Tonight we'll walk slowly through the path of NFL sports betting. We'll begin with the foundations of odds and league structure, then move into spreads, money lines, and totals. From there, we'll explore deeper strategies, such as research methods, bankroll management, and psychological discipline. Each section flows gently, creating a calm story about betting smarter, learning gradually, and staying in control. Let the rhythm of the game and the lessons of strategy guide you into restful sleep. NFL sports betting is a complex yet fascinating pursuit that combines the thrill of the game with the art of prediction. At its core, betting on the NFL involves understanding and interpreting odds, spreads, and totals. These elements form the backbone of any betting strategy. Odds represent the probability of a particular outcome occurring, and they guide bettors in assessing potential returns on their wagers. Spreads introduce a layer of complexity by leveling the playing field between teams, offering points to the underdog to make the bet more enticing. Totals or over-under bets focus on the combined score of both teams, providing another avenue for bettors to explore. Education is paramount in making informed betting decisions. A well-rounded understanding of the game's mechanics, team dynamics, and player performance is crucial. This knowledge allows bettors to analyze matchups more effectively and make predictions that are grounded in data rather than mere speculation. The more informed a bettor is, the greater their ability to identify value in the betting market. This education extends beyond the game itself, to include an understanding of betting principles and market behavior. By investing time in learning these aspects, bettors can enhance their decision-making skills and improve their chances of success. The psychological aspects of betting cannot be overlooked. Betting decisions are often influenced by emotions, biases, and cognitive distortions. It is essential to recognize these psychological factors and develop strategies to mitigate their impact. For instance, the thrill of a win can lead to overconfidence, while the sting of a loss might result in chasing losses. Understanding these tendencies allows bettors to approach their decisions with a clear mind, focusing on logic and analysis rather than emotional impulses. Developing a disciplined approach to betting helps in maintaining a balanced perspective, which is crucial for long-term success. Bankroll management is another critical component of a successful betting strategy. It involves setting a budget for betting activities and sticking to it, regardless of the outcomes of individual bets. Proper bankroll management ensures that bettors can weather losing streaks without depleting their resources. It also allows for a more measured approach to betting, where each wager is considered in the context of the overall budget. This discipline is vital for maintaining a sustainable betting practice and avoiding the pitfalls of reckless gambling. As we explore these foundational concepts, it's important to acknowledge the advanced strategies that can further enhance betting outcomes. These strategies might include analyzing line movements to gauge market sentiment, leveraging statistical models to predict game outcomes, or identifying value bets where the odds offered exceed the true probability of an event. Each of these strategies requires a deeper understanding of the betting landscape and a willingness to continually learn and adapt. The path to smarter NFL betting is one of continuous education and refinement. By grounding decisions in data and analysis, managing emotions, and maintaining a disciplined approach to bankroll management, bettors can navigate the challenges of the betting world with greater confidence. As we delve deeper into each of these topics, the tools and insights gained will empower bettors to make more informed and strategic decisions, ultimately enhancing their enjoyment and success in the world of NFL sports betting. NFL betting today involves several primary types of wagers, each offering its own unique approach to engaging with the game. At the forefront are point spreads, money lines, and totals. A point spread is a bet that levels the playing field between two teams by assigning a handicap to the favored team. For instance, if a team is favored by 7 points, they must win by more than 7 for a bet on them to succeed. This type of wager adds intrigue by making games between unevenly matched teams more competitive for bettors. Money lines, on the other hand, simplify the betting process by focusing solely on the outcome of the game. There are no point spreads to consider. Instead, bettors choose which team they believe will win. The odds on a moneyline bet reflect the perceived strength of each team. A favorite might be listed at -150, meaning a bettor needs to wager $150 to win $100. Conversely, an underdog might be listed at +150, indicating a $100 bet would yield $150 if successful. Totals, also known as over-under bets, revolve around the combined score of both teams. Bettors decide whether the final score will be over or under a predetermined number set by the sportsbook. For example, if the total is set at 45, bettors can wager on whether the actual score will exceed or fall short of this figure. This type of bet allows for engagement with the game without needing to predict the outright winner. Understanding how to read a betting slip or a sportsbook screen is crucial for any bettor. A typical betting slip will display the teams involved, the type of bet, the odds, and the amount wagered. It may also include information on potential payouts. For point spreads, the favored team will have a minus sign next to the spread number, while the underdog will have a plus sign. Money lines will show positive or negative numbers, indicating the payout ratio. Totals will list the over-under number, with bettors choosing their preferred side. Odds play a significant role in shaping payouts, and are a reflection of the sportsbook's assessment of the likelihood of an outcome. They determine how much a bettor stands to win relative to their stake. Understanding odds is essential, as they not only influence potential returns, but also provide insight into how the market perceives the game. Bettors can use this information to identify opportunities where they believe the odds do not accurately reflect the true probability of an outcome. Grading bets is a straightforward process once the game concludes. For point spread bets, the spread is applied to the final score to determine the winner. If a bettor placed a wager on the favorite to cover a 7-point spread, and the team wins by 10, the bet is successful. Moneyline bets are graded simply by the outcome of the game. If the chosen team wins, the bet pays out according to the odds. Totals are graded by comparing the combined score to the set number. If the score exceeds the total for an overbet, the wager is successful. Mastering these basics is essential for any bettor looking to advance their strategies. A firm grasp of how point spreads, money lines, and totals function lays the foundation for more complex betting decisions. Understanding how to interpret odds and read a betting slip equips bettors with the tools needed to navigate the sportsbook environment effectively. As bettors become more familiar with these concepts, they can begin to explore advanced strategies, such as analyzing line movements or identifying value bets, with confidence and clarity. The creation of NFL odds is a meticulous process that combines data analysis, statistical modeling, and the expertise of odds makers. At the heart of this process is the initial setting of the line, which serves as the starting point for betting on a particular game. Odds makers begin by evaluating a wealth of data, including team performance statistics, player injuries, and historical matchups. This data is fed into sophisticated algorithms that help predict the likely outcome of a game. The initial line is set based on these predictions, aiming to balance the action on both sides of a bet, ensuring that sportsbooks can manage their risk effectively. Several factors influence the creation of NFL odds beyond the raw data. One of the most significant is the current form and performance of the teams involved. Odds makers scrutinize recent games to assess how well teams are playing, considering factors like offensive and defensive efficiency, special teams performance, and the influence of home field advantage. They also take into account external factors, such as weather conditions, which can impact gameplay and thus the perceived likelihood of certain outcomes. For instance, a game played in heavy rain might see lower total points predicted, affecting the over-under line. Public perception and betting trends also play a crucial role in shaping NFL odds. Odds makers must anticipate how the public will react to certain lines, which can lead to adjustments to ensure balanced betting. If a large number of bets are placed on one side, sportsbooks may shift the line to encourage action on the opposite side. This is a delicate balance, as the goal is to attract equal betting on both sides to mitigate potential losses. The influence of public sentiment is particularly evident in high-profile games, where popular teams often attract more bets regardless of their actual chances of winning. Data analytics and statistical modeling are integral to the odds-setting process. Advanced metrics, such as expected points added, EPA, and defense-adjusted value over average, DVOA, provide deeper insights into team performance. These metrics help odds makers evaluate the true strength of a team beyond traditional statistics like wins and losses. By incorporating these advanced statistics, sportsbooks can set more accurate lines that reflect the nuances of team dynamics. The use of machine learning algorithms further enhances this process, allowing for real-time adjustments based on incoming data and betting patterns. Line movements are a common occurrence in the betting landscape, often reflecting changes in public sentiment or new information, such as injury updates. A significant line movement might indicate a shift in the perceived probability of an outcome, influenced by the influx of sharp money or insider information. For example, if a key player is ruled out shortly before a game, the line may shift to reflect the impact of their absence. Bettors who understand the implications of these movements can gain an edge by timing their bets to capitalize on favorable odds. The odds-setting process is a dynamic and complex operation that requires a blend of analytical rigor and market intuition. Odds makers must continuously monitor the betting landscape, adjusting lines as necessary to maintain equilibrium. This ongoing process ensures that the odds not only reflect the statistical likelihood of outcomes, but also the ever-changing dynamics of public opinion and betting behavior. By appreciating the intricacies of how NFL odds are created, bettors can better navigate the betting market, making informed decisions that enhance their wagering strategies. Point spreads serve as a foundational element in NFL betting, designed to level the playing field between two teams of varying strengths. The spread is a number set by odds makers that represents the expected margin of victory for the favored team. This mechanism allows bettors to wager on whether a team will win by more than the spread, or whether the underdog will lose by less than the spread, or win outright. In essence, the point spread aims to create a 50-50 proposition, enticing equal betting on both sides, and ensuring that sportsbooks can manage their risk effectively. Reading a point spread line involves understanding the notation used to denote the favored and underdog teams. Typically, the favorite is indicated with a minus sign followed by a number, such as -7, while the underdog is shown with a plus sign, such as +7. In this scenario, the favorite must win by more than 7 points for a bet on them to succeed, while a bet on the underdog wins if they lose by fewer than 7 points or win the game outright. If the favorite wins by exactly 7 points, the bet is considered a push, and the original stake is returned to the bettor. The impact of point spreads on betting outcomes can be profound, influencing both the perception and strategy of bettors. For example, a spread that moves from -6.5 to -7.5 can significantly alter the betting landscape, as it crosses the key number of 7, a common margin of victory in football due to the scoring structure. Bettors must be keenly aware of these shifts, as they can indicate changes in public sentiment or insider information affecting the game. Recognizing these nuances allows bettors to make more informed decisions and potentially capitalize on advantageous lines. Betting on point spreads also introduces a psychological dimension, as bettors must consider not only the likelihood of a team winning, but also the margin by which they will do so. This added layer of complexity can lead to overthinking and second-guessing, especially when faced with close spreads or teams with inconsistent performances. The challenge lies in balancing statistical analysis with intuition, weighing factors such as recent form, injuries, and historical matchups. Successful bettors often develop a disciplined approach, focusing on long-term trends rather than being swayed by short-term fluctuations. Strategies for betting against the spread effectively involve a combination of research, analysis, and timing. One common approach is to identify value in spreads that appear misaligned with team performance or public perception. This might involve betting on an undervalued underdog or fading an overhyped favorite. Additionally, monitoring line movements can provide insights into where sharp money is being placed, offering opportunities to align with professional bettors who have a track record of success. Timing is also crucial, as betting early can sometimes yield better odds before lines adjust to new information or shifting public sentiment. Point spreads add a dynamic layer to NFL betting, challenging bettors to predict not only the outcome of a game but the margin of victory. By understanding the mechanics of spreads and employing strategic analysis, bettors can navigate this complex landscape with greater confidence and precision. The interplay of statistical insight, psychological acumen, and market awareness forms the foundation of successful point spread betting, offering both excitement and opportunity in the pursuit of profitable wagers. Moneyline betting in NFL games offers a straightforward approach to wagering, focusing purely on which team will win the game outright. Unlike point spreads, the moneyline does not require bettors to consider the margin of victory. Instead, it presents odds that reflect the probability of each team winning. These odds are expressed in terms of a positive or negative number, indicating the underdog and favorite respectively. A negative moneyline, such as -150, represents the amount a bettor needs to wager to win $100. Conversely, a positive moneyline, like +130, indicates the potential profit on a $100 bet. This method simplifies the betting process, allowing fans to focus solely on the outcome of the game. The primary difference between moneyline and point spread betting lies in the complexity and considerations involved. While point spreads require an analysis of how many points a team might win or lose by, moneyline bets strip away this layer, centering the wager on the final victor. This simplicity can be appealing to both novice and seasoned bettors, providing a clear-cut path to wagering without the intricacies of spread calculations. However, the trade-off is often reflected in the odds themselves, where favorites offer lower returns due to their perceived higher likelihood of winning, while underdogs present greater potential payouts, albeit with increased risk. Assessing value in moneyline wagers involves a careful evaluation of the odds in relation to the actual probability of a team winning. This requires a keen understanding of team dynamics, recent performances, and other influencing factors such as injuries or weather conditions. Bettors must weigh these elements against the odds offered, seeking instances where the implied probability from the odds is lower than their own calculated probability of a team winning. For example, if a bettor believes an underdog has a 40% chance of winning, but the odds suggest only a 30% chance, this discrepancy represents potential value. The designation of favorite and underdog plays a significant role in moneyline betting, influencing both the perception and strategy of bettors. Favorites are typically seen as the stronger team, expected to win, and thus offer lower odds. Underdogs, on the other hand, are perceived as less likely to succeed, providing higher odds and the allure of a bigger payout. This dynamic can lead to strategic opportunities, particularly when public sentiment skews heavily toward favorites, potentially inflating their odds, and creating value in the underdog. Savvy bettors often look for these scenarios, where the public's bias towards a favorite might overlook the genuine potential of the underdog. Real-life scenarios in moneyline betting highlight the excitement and strategy involved in choosing outright winners. Consider a game where an underdog team has shown consistent improvement in recent weeks, facing a favorite that has struggled with injuries. Despite the odds favoring the latter, a well-informed bettor might see an opportunity in the underdog's momentum and resilience. Such a bet, if successful, not only yields a higher payout, but also validates the bettor's analysis and understanding of the game's nuances. Another scenario might involve a heavily favored team playing in adverse weather conditions, where the unpredictability of the environment levels the playing field, offering a chance for an upset. Moneyline betting in NFL games encapsulates the essence of wagering on straightforward outcomes, devoid of the complexities of point spreads. By focusing on outright winners, bettors can engage with the sport in a direct and exciting manner, leveraging their insights into team performance and external factors. The balance between favorites and underdogs, coupled with the potential for strategic value, makes moneyline betting a compelling option for those looking to immerse themselves in the thrill of NFL wagering. Over and under totals, often referred to simply as totals, represent a unique and engaging way to bet on NFL games. At its core, this betting method involves predicting whether the combined final score of both teams will be over or under a number set by the sportsbook. This number, known as the total, is established based on various factors, including team performance, historical data, and anticipated game conditions. The simplicity of choosing between two outcomes makes totals an appealing option for both novice and experienced bettors, allowing them to focus on the overall dynamics of the game rather than the outcome of a single team. The process of setting a total involves a thorough analysis of several key elements. Sportsbooks assess the offensive capabilities of the teams involved, looking at metrics such as average points scored per game, yards gained, and red zone efficiency. Defensive statistics are equally important, with factors like points allowed, turnovers, and third down stops playing a crucial role in shaping expectations. Additionally, recent performances, injuries, and even weather conditions are considered, as they can significantly impact scoring potential. For instance, a game played in heavy rain might lead to a lower total due to anticipated difficulties in passing and kicking. Team statistics provide a foundational basis for predicting total scores. Offensively, a team's ability to move the ball downfield efficiently and convert opportunities into points is paramount. This includes assessing the quarterback's accuracy, the running back's yardage, and the offensive line's ability to protect and create openings. Defensively, the focus shifts to how well a team can limit these opportunities for their opponents. A strong defensive line, effective pass coverage, and the ability to force turnovers can all contribute to a lower total. Understanding these dynamics helps bettors make more informed decisions when wagering on totals. Game conditions also play a significant role in shaping totals. Weather, for example, can drastically alter the expected flow of a game. Windy conditions might hinder passing accuracy, leading to more reliance on the running game and potentially lower scores. Conversely, a clear, calm day might favor high-scoring aerial attacks. The venue itself can also influence totals. Games played in domed stadiums, free from weather interference, might see higher totals due to the controlled environment. Additionally, the playing surface, whether natural grass or artificial turf, can impact player performance and, consequently, scoring. Strategies for betting on totals involve a blend of statistical analysis and situational awareness. Bettors often start by examining the set total in relation to the team's scoring averages and defensive records. If a matchup features two high-scoring teams with weaker defenses, an overbet might be favorable. Conversely, if both teams boast strong defenses and have a history of low-scoring encounters, the under could hold more value. It's also crucial to monitor line movements, as shifts in the total can indicate changes in public sentiment or new information, such as an unexpected injury or weather update. Memorable moments in over-under betting often arise from unexpected game developments. Consider a scenario where a game between two high-powered offenses is expected to exceed the set total comfortably. However, unforeseen weather conditions, such as a sudden snowstorm, drastically reduce scoring opportunities, resulting in a much lower final score than anticipated. In another instance, a game predicted to be a defensive struggle might see an offensive explosion due to turnovers leading to quick scores, shattering the under expectation. These examples highlight the unpredictability and excitement inherent in betting on totals, where even the best analyses can be upended by the dynamic nature of live sports. Sportsbooks serve as the backbone of the betting industry, providing the platform where wagers are placed and odds are set. At the heart of sportsbook operations lies the intricate process of line setting, which involves establishing the odds and point spreads for various sporting events, including NFL games. This process begins with a team of odds makers, who analyze a multitude of factors to predict the likely outcome of a game. These factors include team performance statistics, player injuries, weather conditions, and historical data. By synthesizing this information, odds makers aim to create lines that accurately reflect the probability of each outcome, while also enticing bettors to wager on both sides. The competitive landscape among sportsbooks is intense, with each entity striving to offer the most attractive lines and promotions to capture the attention of bettors. This competition drives innovation and influences the odds presented to the public. Sportsbooks utilize advanced algorithms and data analytics to refine their line-setting techniques, ensuring they remain competitive in the market. The goal is to balance the action received on each side of a bet, to minimize risk and maximize profits. By offering slightly different lines or odds, sportsbooks can differentiate themselves and attract a diverse clientele. Risk management is a critical component of sportsbook operations. Once lines are set, sportsbooks continuously monitor betting activity to manage their exposure. If a disproportionate amount of money is wagered on one side, the sportsbook might adjust the line to encourage action on the opposite side, thus balancing the book. This practice, known as line movement, is influenced by several factors, including the volume of bets, sharp money, and public sentiment. For instance, if a large number of bets are placed on a favored team, the sportsbook might increase the point spread to encourage bets on the underdog, thereby mitigating potential losses. Bettor behavior significantly impacts line movements and the overall dynamics of the betting market. Public perception, often swayed by media coverage and popular opinion, can lead to shifts in betting patterns. Sportsbooks must remain vigilant, adjusting lines in real time to reflect these changes and maintain an equilibrium. Sharp bettors, or professional gamblers with a deep understanding of the game, can also influence lines. Their wagers are closely monitored, as they often indicate valuable insights into the true probabilities of outcomes. Sportsbooks may adjust their lines accordingly to account for the influence of sharp money. Looking to the future, the sportsbook industry is poised for continued evolution, driven by technological advancements and regulatory changes. The rise of online and mobile betting platforms has expanded access to sportsbooks, allowing bettors to place wagers conveniently from anywhere. This accessibility has increased competition among sportsbooks, prompting them to offer innovative features such as live betting, cash-out options, and personalized betting experiences. Additionally, as more states in the United States legalize sports betting, the industry is expected to grow, with new players entering the market and established sportsbooks expanding their offerings. In this dynamic environment, sportsbooks must continuously adapt to remain competitive and meet the evolving demands of bettors. This includes leveraging data analytics to enhance line setting accuracy, employing sophisticated risk management strategies, and embracing technological innovations to improve the user experience. By understanding the role of sportsbooks and their operations, bettors can gain a deeper appreciation for the complexities of the betting ecosystem and make more informed wagering decisions. Home field advantage in the NFL is a well-documented phenomenon that significantly affects game outcomes and betting strategies. This advantage is rooted in several factors that collectively create a favorable environment for the home team. At its core, home field advantage refers to the benefits a team experiences when playing in its own stadium. These benefits often manifest in improved performance and increased chances of winning. The comfort of familiar surroundings, the support of local fans, and the absence of travel-related fatigue all contribute to this advantage. Understanding these elements is crucial for bettors seeking to make informed decisions. One of the primary factors contributing to home field advantage is the crowd support. The presence of a large enthusiastic fan base can energize the home team, boosting their morale and performance. This support often translates into increased adrenaline and motivation, allowing players to perform at their peak. The noise generated by the crowd can also disrupt the visiting team's communication, leading to misplays and errors. This auditory interference can be particularly impactful during critical moments, such as third downs or goal line stands. Bettors who recognize the influence of a passionate home crowd may adjust their wagers to reflect the heightened performance of the home team. Travel fatigue is another significant element that contributes to home field advantage. Visiting teams often face the challenges of long-distance travel, which can disrupt their routines and affect their physical readiness. The effects of jet lag, altered sleep schedules, and the unfamiliarity of a new environment can impede a visiting team's performance. These factors are especially pronounced when teams travel across multiple time zones. Historical data supports this, showing that teams traveling from the West Coast to the East Coast often struggle in early games. Bettors who consider the travel schedule of teams can gain an edge by anticipating potential performance declines in visiting teams. The psychological impact of playing at home cannot be overlooked. Players often feel more confident and secure in their home stadium, surrounded by familiar sights and sounds. This comfort can lead to improved focus and execution on the field. Additionally, the presence of family and friends in the audience can provide an emotional boost, further enhancing performance. The psychological edge gained from playing at home often translates into tangible results, with home teams historically winning a higher percentage of games compared to away teams. Bettors who factor in the psychological benefits of home field advantage can make more nuanced wagering decisions. Statistical analysis reveals that home teams have consistently outperformed away teams in terms of win-loss records. Over several decades, data has shown that home teams win approximately 57% of NFL games. This trend underscores the significance of home field advantage in shaping game outcomes. Bettors can leverage this historical data by considering the inherent edge home teams possess when placing their bets. However, it is important to note that not all home fields are created equal. Some stadiums, due to their design or location, offer a more pronounced advantage. For example, teams playing in high-altitude locations like Denver may benefit from opponents' reduced stamina due to the thinner air. Understanding these nuances allows bettors to refine their strategies further. Incorporating home field analysis into betting strategies involves evaluating the specific advantages each home team possesses. This includes assessing factors such as crowd size, stadium acoustics, and geographical location. Bettors can also examine recent performance trends, considering how well a team has utilized its home field advantage in past seasons. By synthesizing this information, bettors can identify potential mismatches and capitalize on favorable betting opportunities. Additionally, monitoring injury reports and player availability can provide insights into how well a team might perform at home. Teams missing key players may not fully capitalize on their home advantage, presenting an opportunity for strategic wagers on the visiting team. Understanding home field advantage is a vital component of successful NFL betting. By recognizing the factors that contribute to this advantage, bettors can make more informed decisions and increase their chances of success. Whether it's the energizing effect of a supportive crowd or the challenges of travel fatigue, home field dynamics play a crucial role in shaping game outcomes. By incorporating these insights into their betting strategies, bettors can navigate the complexities of NFL wagering with greater confidence and precision. In the realm of NFL betting, key numbers hold a special significance in point spread wagering. These numbers are the most common margins of victory in NFL games, and understanding them can greatly enhance a bettor's strategic approach. Key numbers such as 3 and 7 are particularly crucial because they represent the most frequent differences in final scores. This is largely due to the scoring system in football, where a field goal is worth 3 points and a touchdown, with an extra point is worth 7. Recognizing these key numbers allows bettors to make more informed decisions when evaluating point spreads and potential betting opportunities. The number 3 is often considered the most vital key number in NFL betting. Games frequently end with a margin of victory of 3 points, which is the result of a single field goal. This makes the number 3 a common outcome in closely contested matches. For instance, a game where one team wins by a field goal will often have a final score of 17-14 or 20-17. As a result, point spreads that hover around 3 can be particularly significant. Bettors need to pay close attention to these spreads and consider the likelihood of a game ending with this margin when placing their bets. Similarly, the number 7 is another critical key number due to its relation to touchdowns. When a team scores a touchdown and successfully kicks the extra point, they add 7 points to their total. This makes 7 another frequent margin of victory in NFL games. Common final scores reflecting this margin include 21-14 or 28-21. Understanding the importance of the number 7 in the context of point spreads can help bettors anticipate potential outcomes and adjust their strategies accordingly. When a spread is near 7, it may indicate a higher probability of a game being decided by a touchdown. Historical data on NFL scoring patterns further underscores the significance of key numbers. Over the years, statistical analysis has shown that the most common margins of victory are indeed 3 and 7 points. This data is invaluable for bettors, as it provides insight into the likelihood of certain outcomes based on historical trends. By analyzing past games and their final scores, bettors can identify patterns and use this information to predict future results. This analytical approach helps bettors make more calculated decisions when evaluating point spreads and potential bets. To effectively bet around key numbers, bettors can employ several strategies. One approach is to look for value in point spreads that are close to key numbers. For example, if a spread is set at 2.5 or 3.5, it may be worth considering the potential for a game to end with a 3-point margin. Similarly, spreads near 6.5 or 7.5 can offer opportunities to capitalize on the likelihood of a 7-point victory. By identifying these opportunities, bettors can make more strategic wagers that align with common scoring outcomes. Case studies of past NFL games illustrate the impact of key numbers on betting outcomes. In many instances, Games have ended with margins of victory that align with key numbers, validating the importance of these figures in betting strategies. For example, a game between two evenly matched teams might see a final score of 24-21, reflecting a 3-point margin. Bettors who recognized the significance of the number 3 and adjusted their wagers accordingly would have been well positioned to benefit from the outcome. These real-life examples highlight the practical application of understanding key numbers in NFL betting. Key numbers are a fundamental aspect of point spread betting in the NFL. By understanding the significance of numbers like 3 and 7, bettors can make more informed and strategic decisions. Historical data and scoring patterns provide valuable insights into the likelihood of certain outcomes, allowing bettors to anticipate potential results and adjust their strategies accordingly. By employing strategies that capitalize on key numbers, bettors can enhance their chances of success in the dynamic world of NFL betting. Bankroll management is a cornerstone of successful NFL betting, serving as a safeguard against the unpredictability of sports outcomes. At its core, bankroll management involves setting aside a specific amount of money dedicated solely to betting. This amount, known as the bankroll, should be an amount you can afford to lose without impacting your financial well-being. By establishing a clear bankroll, bettors create a framework that helps manage risk and maintain discipline over the long term. This discipline is crucial in a landscape where outcomes can be as unpredictable as a last-minute touchdown. Setting a betting budget is the first step in effective bankroll management. This budget should be a fraction of your overall bankroll, typically ranging from 1 to 5% per bet, depending on your risk tolerance. For instance, if your bankroll is $1,000, a conservative approach might involve betting $10 to $20 per wager. This strategy minimizes the risk of significant losses and allows for sustained participation in the betting market. By adhering to a budget, bettors can navigate the highs and lows of betting without depleting their resources prematurely. Tracking wins and losses is another essential component of bankroll management. Maintaining a detailed record of each bet placed, including the amount wagered, the odds, and the outcome, provides valuable insights into betting performance. This practice helps identify patterns, such as which types of bets are most successful, or which teams consistently yield positive results. By analyzing this data, bettors can refine their strategies and make more informed decisions. Additionally, tracking performance fosters accountability and encourages a mindful approach to betting. Discipline plays a pivotal role in successful bankroll management. It requires sticking to your budget and resisting the temptation to chase losses or increase bet sizes impulsively. Emotional betting, driven by the thrill of a win or the frustration of a loss, can quickly erode a bankroll. Maintaining discipline involves adhering to predetermined betting limits and making decisions based on logic and analysis rather than emotion. This disciplined approach helps bettors stay focused on their long-term goals and avoid the pitfalls of reactive betting. Real-life examples illustrate the importance of effective bankroll management. Consider a bettor who begins with a bankroll of $500 and sets a budget of 2% per bet. By consistently wagering $10 per game, this bettor can withstand a series of losses without significant financial impact. Over time, as the bettor gains experience and confidence, the bankroll may grow, allowing for gradual increases in bet size. This approach exemplifies how disciplined bankroll management can lead to sustainable success in NFL betting. Conversely, a lack of bankroll management can lead to rapid losses and financial strain. Bettors who fail to set limits or track their performance may find themselves betting larger amounts in an attempt to recover losses. This reactive approach often results in further losses and a depleted bankroll. By contrast, those who practice effective bankroll management can weather losing streaks and continue participating in the betting market with confidence. Bankroll management is an essential skill for any serious bettor. By setting a betting budget, tracking wins and losses, and maintaining discipline, bettors can navigate the unpredictable landscape of NFL betting with confidence. Effective bankroll management not only protects financial resources, but also fosters a strategic mindset that enhances long-term success. Maintaining a detailed betting journal is a crucial practice for anyone serious about improving their NFL betting outcomes. A betting journal serves as a comprehensive record of all wagers placed, capturing essential details such as the date, type of bet, amount wagered, odds, and the outcome. This meticulous documentation provides a clear picture of betting activity over time, allowing bettors to identify patterns and trends that may not be immediately apparent. By consistently recording every bet, bettors can gain valuable insights into their decision-making processes and the factors influencing their successes and failures. Tracking key metrics such as wins, losses, and unit performance is an integral part of responsible betting. Wins and losses alone do not provide a complete picture of betting success. Instead, evaluating unit performance, how much is won or lost relative to the size of the bets, offers a more nuanced understanding of profitability. For instance, a bettor may experience a high number of wins, but if those wins are on low-stakes bets while losses occur on higher-stakes bets, the overall financial outcome may still be negative. By focusing on unit performance, bettors can assess their true return on investment and adjust their strategies accordingly. In today's digital age, various tools and apps are available to assist bettors in tracking their wagers efficiently. These tools often come with features that allow users to input bet details, categorize wagers, and generate reports that summarize betting activity. Some apps even offer analytics that highlight betting trends and suggest areas for improvement. Utilizing these tools not only simplifies the process of maintaining a betting journal, but also enhances the accuracy and comprehensiveness of the records. By leveraging technology, bettors can ensure that their tracking efforts are both efficient and effective. Analyzing the data collected in a betting journal is a powerful way to refine betting strategies. By reviewing past bets, bettors can identify which types of wagers consistently yield positive results and which do not. This analysis can reveal biases or tendencies that may have gone unnoticed, such as a preference for betting on certain teams or an inclination to place higher bets after a loss. Recognizing these patterns allows bettors to make informed adjustments to their strategies, focusing on bets that align with their strengths and avoiding those that have historically led to losses. This iterative process of reflection and adjustment is key to long-term betting success. The psychological benefits of responsible tracking extend beyond the practical advantages of improved strategy. Maintaining a betting journal fosters a sense of accountability and mindfulness, encouraging bettors to approach their wagers with a clear and focused mindset. By regularly reviewing their performance, bettors can develop a more objective perspective on their betting habits, reducing the influence of emotions such as overconfidence or frustration. This self-awareness helps bettors maintain discipline and resist the temptation to chase losses or make impulsive decisions. Ultimately, responsible tracking cultivates a healthier relationship with betting, one that is grounded in analysis and reflection rather than emotion. Real-life examples underscore the transformative impact of tracking bets responsibly. Consider a bettor who initially struggles with impulsive wagering, often placing bets based on gut feelings rather than analysis. By committing to a detailed betting journal, this bettor begins to see patterns in their decision-making, such as a tendency to bet on favorite teams regardless of the odds. Over time, this awareness leads to more strategic choices, focusing on value bets that offer better potential returns. As a result, the bettor's overall performance improves, demonstrating the power of mindful tracking in enhancing betting outcomes. In contrast, bettors who neglect to track their wagers may find themselves repeating the same mistakes without realizing it. Without a clear record of past bets, it becomes challenging to identify which strategies are effective and which are not. This lack of insight can lead to a cycle of reactive betting, where decisions are driven by short-term emotions rather than long-term strategy. By embracing the practice of tracking bets responsibly, bettors can break free from this cycle and approach their wagers with a more informed and strategic mindset. Betting units are a fundamental concept in sports betting, providing a structured approach to managing stakes and maintaining discipline. A betting unit is a predetermined amount of money that represents a standard wager size for an individual bettor. This unit serves as a baseline for all bets, allowing bettors to gauge their performance consistently and manage their bankroll effectively. By using units, bettors can avoid the pitfalls of emotional decision-making and maintain a clear perspective on their betting activities. Determining the right unit size is crucial for effective bankroll management. The size of a unit should be a small percentage of the total bankroll, typically ranging from 1 to 5%. This conservative approach minimizes the risk of significant losses and allows bettors to withstand the natural variance in betting outcomes. For instance, if a bettor has a bankroll of $1,000, a 1% unit would equate to $10. This ensures that even during a losing streak, the bettor's bankroll remains intact, preserving the ability to continue betting strategically. Adjusting unit sizes based on confidence levels is a common strategy among experienced bettors. When a bettor feels particularly confident about a wager, they might choose to increase their stake to 2 or 3 units. Conversely, when uncertainty is higher, they might reduce the wager to half a unit. This flexible approach allows bettors to capitalize on perceived value while maintaining a disciplined framework. However, it's important to approach this strategy with caution, as overconfidence can lead to disproportionate losses if not managed carefully. The impact of unit betting on long-term success cannot be overstated. By adhering to a consistent unit system, bettors can track their performance more accurately and make informed adjustments to their strategies. This consistency helps to eliminate the influence of short-term emotions, such as the temptation to chase losses or the urge to increase stakes after a big win. Over time, this disciplined approach contributes to a more sustainable betting experience, where decisions are guided by analysis rather than impulse. Real-life scenarios illustrate the effectiveness of unit management in sports betting. Consider a bettor who initially places wagers based on arbitrary amounts, leading to erratic results and a dwindling bankroll. By adopting a unit system, this bettor begins to see improvements in their financial outcomes. With each bet tied to a specific unit size, the bettor gains a clearer understanding of their risk exposure and potential returns. This newfound structure enables them to make more calculated decisions, ultimately enhancing their overall betting performance. In contrast, bettors who disregard the concept of units often find themselves at the mercy of their emotions. Without a standardized measure for their wagers, they may succumb to the highs and lows of betting, leading to erratic decision-making and inconsistent results. By embracing the discipline of unit betting, these bettors can transform their approach, fostering a more strategic and level-headed mindset that supports long-term success. The practice of using betting units also facilitates effective communication and comparison among bettors. By discussing wagers in terms of units rather than dollar amounts, bettors can share insights and strategies without revealing the specifics of their bankrolls. This common language fosters a sense of community and enables bettors to learn from one another's experiences, further enhancing their understanding of effective betting practices. Overall, the importance of betting units lies in their ability to instill discipline and structure in the betting process. By establishing a unit system that aligns with their bankroll and risk tolerance, bettors can navigate the complexities of sports betting with confidence and clarity. This foundational concept not only supports sustainable wagering, but also empowers bettors to make more informed and strategic decisions, ultimately contributing to their long-term success in the betting landscape. The NFL schedule is a well-orchestrated sequence that spans over the course of several months, beginning with the anticipation of the regular season and culminating in the high stakes of the playoffs. The regular season itself is a 17-week marathon, where each of the 32 teams plays 17 games with one designated bye week. This structure creates a rhythm that is both predictable and complex, offering a rich tapestry for bettors to analyze. Understanding this rhythm is crucial for developing effective betting strategies, as the timing of games and the nuances of the schedule can have profound effects on team performance and betting outcomes. The NFL season is divided into several distinct phases, each with its own dynamics. The early weeks often carry a sense of unpredictability, as teams adjust to new rosters, coaching strategies, and the physical demands of competitive play. During this period, bettors may find value in examining preseason performances and off-season changes to gauge potential outcomes. As the season progresses into the middle weeks, patterns begin to emerge, with teams settling into their identities. This phase often sees the establishment of divisional hierarchies, where the importance of each game can intensify. Finally, the latter part of the season is characterized by the playoff race, where stakes are higher and the pressure mounts. This phase is crucial for bettors, as the motivation of teams in playoff contention versus those out of the race can significantly influence performance. Bye weeks are an integral component of the NFL schedule, providing teams with a much-needed pause to rest and recover. For bettors, understanding the impact of a bye week is essential. Teams returning from a bye often benefit from the opportunity to heal injuries, refine strategies, and prepare for upcoming opponents. Conversely, some teams may struggle with the disruption of their routine, leading to sluggish performances post-bye. Analyzing historical data on how specific teams perform after a bye week can offer valuable insights into potential betting opportunities. Additionally, the timing of a bye week within the season can also affect a team's momentum, with early byes potentially hindering sustained performance and late byes offering a strategic advantage as the playoffs approach. Weekly matchups are another critical aspect of the NFL schedule that can impact team performance. The nature of the opponent, whether a divisional rival or a non-conference team, can influence the intensity and approach of a game. Divisional matchups, in particular, are often more competitive due to the familiarity and rivalry between teams. These games can be unpredictable, with underdogs frequently outperforming expectations. Bettors can gain an edge by examining historical matchups, team statistics, and current form to assess the likelihood of an upset or a dominant performance. Strategies for betting based on schedule dynamics involve a keen understanding of these elements. Savvy bettors pay close attention to the sequencing of games, identifying potential letdown spots where a team might underperform following a significant victory or a grueling matchup. Conversely, bounce-back opportunities arise when a strong team looks to recover from an unexpected loss. The travel schedule is another factor, as teams playing consecutive away games may face fatigue, impacting their performance. By analyzing these schedule intricacies, bettors can make more informed decisions, capitalizing on the ebbs and flows of the NFL season. Several notable schedule-related betting outcomes illustrate the importance of understanding the NFL's weekly rhythm. For instance, teams that excel in managing their bye weeks often see improved performance in the subsequent games, offering profitable betting opportunities. Similarly, Recognizing a team's historical strength in divisional matchups can guide bettors in predicting potential upsets or confirming expected victories. By integrating schedule analysis into their betting strategies, bettors can enhance their ability to anticipate game outcomes, ultimately leading to more successful wagering experiences. Injuries are an inevitable part of the NFL, impacting both team dynamics and betting landscapes. Each week, teams release detailed injury reports, providing crucial information about player health and availability. These reports categorize injuries by severity, ranging from minor ailments that may not affect playing time to major injuries that could sideline a player for weeks or even the entire season. Understanding these categories is essential for bettors, as the absence or limitation of key players can significantly alter a team's performance, and consequently, the betting lines. The injury report typically divides players into several classifications based on their participation in practice: full participation, limited participation, and did not participate. A player who practices fully is generally expected to play in the upcoming game, though their effectiveness may still be compromised if they are recovering from an injury. Limited participation indicates that a player is dealing with an issue that restricts their involvement, suggesting a questionable status for game day. Those who do not participate are often considered doubtful or out, signaling a more significant impact on team dynamics. Interpreting these reports requires a keen eye for detail and an understanding of each player's role within the team. For instance, the absence of a star quarterback can dramatically shift the odds, as this position is pivotal in orchestrating the offense. Similarly, key defensive players, such as linebackers or cornerbacks, can influence a team's ability to stop the opposition, affecting the game's total score. Bettors must assess not only the player's status, but also the potential for backups to fill the gap, which can vary significantly from team to team. The impact of injuries on betting lines is profound. Odds makers adjust lines based on the perceived effect of an injury on a team's chances of winning. A late-breaking injury to a critical player can cause significant line movement, presenting opportunities for bettors who are quick to react. Conversely, if a player unexpectedly recovers and is cleared to play, the line may shift back, reflecting the restored strength of the team. Understanding these dynamics allows bettors to anticipate line changes and act swiftly to secure advantageous odds. Strategies for betting with injury information focus on thorough research and timely decision-making. Bettors should monitor injury reports throughout the week, paying close attention to updates following practices and media reports. It is also beneficial to understand the historical performance of teams and players in similar situations. For example, some teams may have a strong track record of overcoming injuries due to depth in their roster or effective coaching adjustments. Others may struggle, particularly if they rely heavily on a few star players. Historical examples highlight the significant influence of injuries on game outcomes and betting results. In the 2017 season, the Philadelphia Eagles faced the daunting challenge of losing their starting quarterback, Carson Wentz, late in the season. Despite this setback, the team rallied behind backup Nick Foles, ultimately winning the Super Bowl. Bettors who recognized the team's resilience and depth were rewarded, as the Eagles consistently covered spreads against the odds. Conversely, the 2019 Pittsburgh Steelers struggled after losing quarterback Ben Roethlisberger early in the season, failing to make the playoffs and often falling short of covering spreads. These examples underscore the importance of a nuanced approach to injury analysis, considering both the immediate impact and the broader team context. By staying informed about player conditions and understanding the implications of injuries, bettors can enhance their strategic approach. This knowledge allows for more accurate predictions and the ability to capitalize on market inefficiencies, ultimately leading to more successful betting outcomes. Weather plays a significant role in shaping the dynamics of NFL games, affecting not only the players on the field but also the betting strategies of those who wager on these contests. The elements can alter the course of a game, with conditions such as rain, snow, wind, and temperature, each presenting unique challenges and opportunities. Understanding how these factors influence gameplay is essential for making informed betting decisions. Rain can transform a typical game into a battle of endurance and adaptability. Wet conditions often lead to a slippery field, making it difficult for players to maintain their footing and control the ball. This can result in more fumbles and dropped passes, leading teams to rely more heavily on their running game. For bettors, this means that games played in the rain may favor teams with strong rushing attacks and solid defensive fronts capable of handling ground-heavy strategies. Additionally, the total points scored in a rainy game might be lower than expected, as teams struggle to execute their usual offensive plays. Snow, while less common, can have a similar impact, but with added complications. A snow-covered field can slow down the pace of the game, reducing the effectiveness of speed-based offenses. Visibility issues can also arise, making it harder for quarterbacks to connect with their receivers. In snowy conditions, bettors might look for teams that have experience playing in such weather, or those with a strong running game and a stout defense. Historical data shows that games played in heavy snow often result in lower scores, which can influence decisions on over-under bets. Wind is perhaps the most unpredictable weather factor, capable of significantly affecting the passing and kicking games. Strong winds can alter the trajectory of passes, making it challenging for quarterbacks to throw accurately and for receivers to catch the ball. Similarly, kickers may struggle with field goals and extra points, as the wind can shift the ball mid-flight. Bettors should pay close attention to wind forecasts, as games played in windy conditions may see more emphasis on the running game and shorter passes. This can lead to fewer scoring opportunities and potentially lower point totals. Temperature, particularly extreme cold, can also impact player performance and game outcomes. Cold weather can make the ball harder and more difficult to handle, affecting both passing and kicking. Players may also experience reduced stamina and increased risk of injury in frigid conditions. Teams accustomed to playing in cold climates often have a distinct advantage, as they are better prepared for the physical demands of such environments. Bettors should consider a team's historical performance in cold weather when placing bets on games played in low temperatures. Over the years, several memorable games have been shaped by weather conditions, providing valuable insights for bettors. The Tuck Rule game in January 2002, played between the New England Patriots and the Oakland Raiders, took place in a heavy snowstorm. The challenging conditions contributed to a low-scoring affair, with the Patriots ultimately winning in overtime. Another example is the Ice Bowl of 1967, where the Green Bay Packers faced the Dallas Cowboys in temperatures well below freezing. The extreme cold played a significant role in the game's outcome, with the Packers' familiarity with such conditions giving them an edge. To adjust bets based on weather forecasts, bettors should stay informed about the latest conditions leading up to game day. Monitoring weather reports and understanding how different elements can affect gameplay are crucial steps in developing a successful betting strategy. By considering the impact of weather on team performance and historical outcomes, bettors can make more informed decisions and potentially gain an advantage in the betting market. Line movement in NFL betting is a dynamic aspect of the wagering landscape, reflecting shifts in odds that occur from the time a line is initially set until the event begins. These movements are indicative of various factors at play, including changes in team news, betting volume, and market sentiment. Understanding line movement is crucial for bettors, aiming to make informed decisions and capitalize on favorable odds. When a sportsbook sets an initial line, It represents the oddsmaker's best estimate of the game's outcome, taking into account statistical models, team performance, and other relevant factors. However, as bettors begin placing wagers, the line may shift to balance the book's liability and reflect the weight of money being wagered on each side. This adjustment process is known as line movement, and it can offer valuable insights into how the betting market is evolving. Several factors can cause lines to shift, with one of the most common being changes in team news. Injuries, player suspensions, or coaching changes can significantly impact a team's perceived strength, prompting sportsbooks to adjust the line to reflect the new reality. For example, if a star quarterback is ruled out of a game, the line may move in favor of the opposing team as their chances of winning increase. Bettors who are quick to react to such news can often find value before the market fully adjusts. Another factor influencing line movement is the volume of bets placed on one side. When a large number of wagers are placed on a particular team, sportsbooks may adjust the line to encourage betting on the opposite side, thus balancing their exposure. This is often seen in high-profile games, where public sentiment heavily favors one team. In such cases, savvy bettors can take advantage of the inflated line by betting against the public's favored side, a strategy known as fading the public. Interpreting early versus late line movements can also provide strategic insights. Early line movements, occurring shortly after the line is released, are often driven by sharp bettors who have identified value in the initial odds. These bettors are typically well-informed and have a keen understanding of the game, making early line movements a potential indicator of where the smart money is going. Conversely, late line movements, which occur closer to game time, are often influenced by the influx of public money. Understanding the timing of line movements can help bettors discern between sharp and public betting trends. Strategies for capitalizing on line movement involve closely monitoring how lines change and understanding the context behind these shifts. Bettors can use line movement to identify potential value opportunities, such as betting on a team before the line moves further in their favor. Additionally, tracking line movement across multiple sportsbooks can reveal discrepancies, allowing bettors to shop for the best available odds. Real-life scenarios illustrate the importance of reading line movement effectively. Consider a game where the line opens with Team A as a 3-point favorite. As the week progresses, news emerges that Team A's starting quarterback is dealing with an injury, and the line shifts to make Team A only a 1-point favorite. Bettors who anticipated the impact of the injury and placed bets on Team B early in the week would have secured more favorable odds. In another scenario, a high-profile game might see a late surge of public money on a popular team, causing the line to move significantly. Savvy bettors who recognize this trend might bet on the less popular team, capitalizing on the inflated odds. By understanding the intricacies of line movement, bettors can enhance their ability to make informed decisions and improve their chances of success in the dynamic world of NFL betting. Public betting percentages represent the proportion of total bets placed on each side of a wager, often expressed as a percentage. These figures provide insight into where the majority of bettors are placing their money, offering a glimpse into the collective sentiment of the betting public. Understanding public betting percentages is crucial for bettors who wish to gauge market sentiment and identify potential opportunities for value betting. By analyzing these percentages, bettors can determine whether to align with the majority or take a contrarian approach. Accessing public betting data is relatively straightforward, with many sportsbooks and online platforms providing this information as part of their offerings. These platforms often display the percentage of bets placed on each team or outcome, allowing bettors to see where the public is leaning. It's important to note that public betting percentages reflect the number of bets, not the amount of money wagered. This distinction is crucial, as a large number of small bets can skew the percentages, without necessarily indicating significant financial backing. Interpreting public betting data requires an understanding of the psychology behind public betting behavior. The betting public often gravitates towards popular teams, recent winners, and high-profile players, driven by factors such as media coverage, team reputation, and recent performance. This tendency can lead to inflated lines, where the odds are adjusted to account for the influx of public money. Savvy bettors can capitalize on these situations by betting against the public, a strategy known as fading the public. Fading the public involves placing bets against the majority sentiment, particularly when public betting percentages are heavily skewed towards one side. This approach is based on the premise that sportsbooks adjust lines to balance their books and mitigate risk, creating value opportunities for those willing to take the less popular side. For instance, if 90% of bets are placed on Team A, the line may shift to make Team B more attractive, presenting a potential value bet for contrarian bettors. Several strategies can enhance the effectiveness of betting against public sentiment. One approach is to monitor line movement in conjunction with public betting percentages. If the line moves in favor of the less popular side, despite a high percentage of public bets on the other, it may indicate sharp money influencing the market. Sharp bettors, known for their expertise and large wagers, can sway lines and create opportunities for those who follow their lead. Real-life examples illustrate how public betting percentages can influence outcomes. In a matchup where Team A is a popular favorite, public sentiment might heavily favor them, with 80% of bets placed on their side. However, if the line moves to offer better odds on Team B, it may suggest that sharp money is backing the underdog. In such cases, betting on Team B could yield favorable results, as the line adjustment reflects the sportsbook's attempt to balance action. Understanding the psychology of public betting behavior and its impact on line movement is essential for making informed decisions. By analyzing public betting percentages and recognizing when to align with or diverge from the crowd, bettors can enhance their strategies and improve their chances of success. This approach requires discipline and a willingness to go against the grain, but it can lead to profitable outcomes in the long run. Sharp bettors, often referred to as sharps, are individuals or groups who possess a high level of expertise and knowledge in sports betting. These bettors typically rely on extensive research, statistical analysis, and a deep understanding of the sports they wager on. Unlike casual bettors who may place bets based on intuition or fandom, sharp bettors approach betting as a disciplined investment strategy. They are known for placing large wagers and are respected in the betting community for their ability to consistently identify value in the odds offered by sportsbooks. Sharp money, or the funds wagered by these knowledgeable bettors, plays a significant role in shaping betting lines and markets. When sharp bettors place a bet, sportsbooks take notice. These bets often lead to adjustments in the odds or point spreads to reflect the perceived expertise behind the wager. This is because sportsbooks aim to balance the action on both sides of a bet, to minimize their risk and ensure a profit regardless of the outcome. When sharp money floods in on one side, it signals to the sportsbook that the line may be mispriced, prompting them to adjust accordingly. The influence of sharp money can be observed in the movement of betting lines. For example, if a line opens with Team A as a 3-point favorite, but sharp money comes in heavily on Team B, the line may shift to reduce the spread, or even make Team B the favorite. This movement is a response to the sharp action, as sportsbooks adjust to mitigate potential losses. Observing these line movements can provide valuable insights for other bettors, indicating where the sharp money is going and potentially revealing opportunities for value. A key distinction between public and sharp betting trends lies in their motivations and methods. Public bettors, often referred to as the public or square bettors, tend to place bets based on popular opinion, media narratives, or recent performances. They might favor well-known teams or star players, leading to inflated lines that reflect public sentiment rather than true probabilities. In contrast, sharp bettors base their wagers on data-driven analysis and long-term trends, often going against the public to capitalize on discrepancies between perceived and actual value. Identifying sharp action in the betting market involves monitoring line movements and understanding the context behind them. When a line moves significantly without a corresponding influx of public bets, it often indicates sharp money is at play. Additionally, sharp bettors tend to place their wagers closer to the opening of the line or just before a game starts, as they seek to take advantage of any early mispricing or late-breaking information. Bettors looking to follow sharp money can track these movements and consider the timing and direction of line changes. Several real-life examples highlight the impact of sharp betting activity on game outcomes. In one instance, a college football game between two evenly matched teams opened with a point spread favoring the home team by 6 points. However, sharp money quickly poured in on the visiting team, causing the line to move to just 3 points in favor of the home team. The visiting team ultimately won the game outright, illustrating how sharp bettors identified value in the initial line and influenced the market to correct it. Understanding the dynamics between sharp money and casual betting can offer significant advantages to those willing to learn from the patterns. By recognizing the signs of sharp action and analyzing line movements, bettors can gain insights into where the true value lies in the betting market. This approach requires patience, discipline, and a willingness to diverge from popular opinion, but it can lead to more informed and profitable betting decisions over time. In the world of NFL sports betting, odds can vary significantly across different sportsbooks. This variance is due to several factors, including each sportsbook's unique clientele, risk management strategies, and the volume of bets they receive. As a result, the same game might have slightly different odds depending on where you place your bet. This difference is known as the vig or juice, which is the commission sportsbooks take on each bet. Understanding this concept is crucial for bettors looking to maximize their potential returns. By comparing odds across multiple platforms, bettors can identify the best possible lines and enhance their chances of profitability. To effectively compare odds, bettors can use a variety of tools and websites designed to streamline the process. These platforms aggregate odds from numerous sportsbooks, presenting them in an easy-to-read format. Websites such as OddsChecker and Sportsbook Review are popular choices among bettors for their comprehensive coverage and user-friendly interfaces. These resources allow users to quickly see where the most favorable odds are available, saving time and effort. Additionally, many of these sites offer features like odds alerts, which notify bettors when significant line movements occur. This functionality is invaluable for those looking to capitalize on sudden shifts in the market. The benefits of shopping for the best lines are substantial. Even a slight difference in odds can have a significant impact on long-term profitability. For example, if one sportsbook offers a team at plus 110, while another offers the same team at plus 120, choosing the latter increases potential winnings by 10%. Over the course of a betting season, these differences add up, leading to more substantial returns. Moreover, consistently seeking out the best odds instills a disciplined approach to betting, encouraging bettors to make informed decisions rather than impulsive ones based on convenience or loyalty to a single sportsbook. Strategies for leveraging odds discrepancies involve more than just finding the best line. Bettors should also consider the timing of their bets. Odds can fluctuate based on various factors, including injuries, weather conditions, and betting trends. By monitoring these elements, bettors can anticipate when odds might shift in their favor. Additionally, understanding the concept of line shopping helps bettors to identify when a particular sportsbook offers a line that deviates from the market consensus. These deviations often present opportunities for value, allowing bettors to place wagers with a higher expected return. Real-life examples illustrate the tangible benefits of odds comparison. Consider a scenario where a bettor identifies a discrepancy in the point spread for an NFL game. While most sportsbooks list a team as a 3-point favorite, one sportsbook offers them at 2.5 points. By placing a bet at the latter sportsbook, the bettor gains an edge, as the team only needs to win by a field goal, instead of more than 3 points to cover the spread. Such opportunities can significantly increase a bettor's chances of success, demonstrating the value of thorough research and comparison. Comparing odds across sportsbooks is a fundamental practice for any serious bettor. By utilizing available tools and adopting strategic approaches, bettors can enhance their potential winnings and develop a more disciplined betting routine. This proactive mindset not only maximizes profitability, but also enriches the overall betting experience, transforming it into a more informed and enjoyable pursuit. Value betting is a cornerstone strategy for those looking to enhance their success in NFL sports betting. At its core, value betting involves identifying situations where the odds offered by a sportsbook are greater than the actual probability of the event occurring. This discrepancy between the odds and the true likelihood presents a profitable opportunity for the bettor. Understanding and implementing this strategy requires a keen sense of analysis and a disciplined approach to wagering. To grasp the concept of value betting, one must first understand how to calculate the true probability of an outcome. This involves assessing all relevant factors that could influence the result of a game. Key elements to consider include team performance, player statistics, historical matchups, and external conditions such as weather or injuries. By compiling and analyzing this data, bettors can estimate the likelihood of a particular outcome. For instance, if a team has a 60% chance of winning a game, but the odds imply only a 50% chance, the bet offers value. Identifying potential value bets requires a strategic approach. Bettors must consistently compare their calculated probabilities against the odds provided by various sportsbooks. This process often involves using statistical models and tools that can assist in evaluating the data effectively. Additionally, keeping abreast of news and developments in the NFL can provide insights that might not yet be reflected in the odds. This proactive approach allows bettors to spot opportunities before the market adjusts. Discipline is crucial in value betting. Bettors must resist the temptation to place wagers based on gut feelings or emotional biases. Instead, they should rely on their calculated probabilities and adhere to a systematic approach. This means sticking to bets that offer genuine value and avoiding those that do not meet the criteria. Over time, this disciplined strategy can lead to consistent profits, even if individual bets do not always result in wins. Case studies of successful value betting strategies illustrate the effectiveness of this approach. Consider a scenario where a bettor identifies a match where the underdog team has a significant chance of winning, yet the odds heavily favor the favorite. By placing a wager on the underdog, the bettor capitalizes on the inflated odds. Even if the underdog does not win, the long-term application of this strategy across multiple games can yield substantial returns as the true probabilities play out over time. In another example, a bettor might notice that a team consistently performs well in specific weather conditions, yet the odds do not reflect this advantage. By betting on the team in these scenarios, the bettor exploits the market's oversight. The key is maintaining a database of such insights and continuously updating it with fresh data to refine the betting strategy. Value betting is not just about finding discrepancies, it's about leveraging them systematically. It requires patience, attention to detail, and a commitment to ongoing learning. By focusing on value rather than short-term outcomes, bettors can cultivate a sustainable approach that enhances their overall success in NFL betting. Emotional wagering occurs when bettors allow their feelings to influence their betting decisions, rather than relying on objective analysis. This can manifest in various ways, such as placing bets based on personal biases, recent wins or losses, or a deep-seated loyalty to a favorite team. The risks associated with emotional wagering are significant, as it can lead to impulsive decisions that overlook critical data and analysis. When emotions take the reins, rational thinking often takes a back seat, resulting in bets that are not grounded in sound strategy. Common emotional triggers in betting include the thrill of a winning streak, the frustration of a losing run, or the excitement of a high-stakes game. Each of these can cloud judgment and lead to decisions that are driven more by the heart than the head. For instance, after a series of successful bets, a bettor might feel invincible and start placing larger wagers without proper analysis, assuming that their luck will continue. Conversely, after a losing streak, a bettor might chase losses by placing hasty bets in an attempt to recover quickly, often resulting in further losses. To counteract emotional wagering, developing a disciplined betting mindset is essential. This involves setting clear objective criteria for placing bets and adhering to them regardless of emotional impulses. One effective strategy is to establish a betting plan that outlines specific conditions under which bets will be placed. This might include predetermined limits on bet sizes, a checklist of analytical factors to consider, and a structured approach to bankroll management. By having a plan in place, bettors can make decisions based on logic and analysis, rather than emotion. Taking breaks during emotionally charged moments is another crucial technique for maintaining objectivity. When emotions are running high, whether due to a big win or a crushing loss, stepping away from betting can provide the clarity needed to regain focus. This might involve taking a few hours or even a day away from betting activities to reflect and reset. During this time, engaging in non-betting related activities can help to shift the focus away from the emotional highs and lows of wagering, allowing for a more balanced perspective upon return. Real-life examples of emotional betting consequences highlight the importance of maintaining emotional detachment. Consider a scenario where a bettor, riding high on a series of wins, decides to place a large bet on an underdog team without conducting proper research. The decision is fueled by overconfidence and the desire to continue the winning streak. When the underdog loses, the bettor not only faces financial loss, but also the realization that the decision was not based on solid analysis. In another instance, a bettor might feel compelled to bet on their favorite team, despite evidence suggesting that the odds are not in their favor. The emotional attachment to the team clouds their judgment, leading to a bet that is more about hope than strategy. Avoiding emotional wagers requires a commitment to rational decision-making and a willingness to recognize when emotions are influencing choices. By focusing on data, analysis, and a well-structured betting plan, bettors can enhance their chances of success and enjoy a more sustainable and rewarding betting experience. Winning a bet in NFL sports betting can evoke a rush of excitement and satisfaction. This feeling stems from the validation of one's analysis and the thrill of financial gain. The psychological effect of winning can be powerful, reinforcing the belief in one's betting acumen and encouraging further engagement in betting activities. However, the euphoria of winning can sometimes lead to overconfidence, where bettors may begin to feel invincible. This overconfidence can skew perception, leading to riskier bets without thorough analysis. It's essential to recognize that while winning is gratifying, it should not cloud judgment or lead to complacency in betting strategies. On the other hand, losing a bet can have a profound emotional impact. The immediate reaction is often disappointment or frustration, especially if the loss was unexpected, or if the bettor felt confident about the wager. The psychological toll of losing can affect future betting behavior, as some may attempt to chase losses, leading to impulsive decisions. This reaction is driven by the desire to quickly recoup lost funds, often resulting in further losses. It's crucial to understand that losing is an inherent part of betting, and managing these emotions is key to maintaining a balanced approach. Winning streaks, while exhilarating, can be a double-edged sword. As bettors experience consecutive wins, the confidence in their betting strategy grows. However, this can also lead to a false sense of security, prompting larger bets and riskier decisions. The belief that the streak will continue indefinitely can overshadow the need for careful analysis and adherence to betting plans. It's important to remain grounded and remember that each bet is an independent event, unaffected by previous outcomes. To maintain a balanced perspective on betting outcomes, it's helpful to establish a routine that includes reflection and analysis. After each betting session, taking time to review the decisions made and their outcomes can provide valuable insights. This practice encourages objective evaluation, helping to identify patterns or biases that may have influenced betting choices. By focusing on the process rather than just the results, bettors can cultivate a more strategic and disciplined approach. Case studies of betting behavior illustrate the psychological impacts of winning and losing. Consider a bettor who, after a series of successful wagers, decides to increase their stakes significantly, only to face a substantial loss. The initial confidence from the winning streak led to a lapse in judgment, resulting in a financial setback. In another scenario, a bettor experiences a losing streak and begins to question their strategy, leading to hesitation and second-guessing in future bets. Both cases highlight the importance of maintaining emotional equilibrium and sticking to a well-defined betting plan, regardless of recent outcomes. Understanding the psychological effects of winning and losing is crucial for managing expectations and strategies in NFL sports betting. By acknowledging these emotional responses and implementing strategies to mitigate their impact, bettors can enhance their decision-making process. This balanced approach not only improves the betting experience, but also contributes to long-term success in the dynamic world of NFL sports betting. Recency bias is a cognitive tendency where recent events weigh more heavily on our judgment than older information. In NFL sports betting, this bias often leads bettors to overvalue the most recent performances of teams or players, potentially skewing their perceptions and decision-making. For instance, if a team delivers an unexpected win against a strong opponent, bettors might overestimate that team's capabilities in upcoming games, disregarding earlier performances that suggest otherwise. This can result in misplaced confidence and misguided wagers, as the bettor focuses on a singular recent event rather than a broader, more balanced view of the team's overall performance. The relevance of recency bias in betting is significant, as it can distort the perceived value of a bet. For example, if a star quarterback has a standout game, bettors might rush to place bets favoring that player's team in the next matchup, assuming the performance will be repeated. However, this overlooks the variability inherent in sports, where many factors can influence a game's outcome, including injuries, weather conditions, and the strategies employed by opposing teams. By allowing recent performances to overshadow these considerations, bettors risk making decisions based on incomplete information. To counteract recency bias, bettors should adopt strategies that emphasize a comprehensive analysis of data over time. One effective approach is to consistently review a team's performance over a longer period, rather than focusing solely on the most recent games. This involves examining a range of statistics, such as offensive and defensive rankings, injury reports, and head-to-head matchups, to build a more nuanced understanding of a team's capabilities. By integrating this broader dataset into their analysis, bettors can develop a more objective perspective that accounts for both recent trends and historical performance. Historical data and long-term trends play a crucial role in mitigating recency bias. By examining how a team has performed throughout an entire season or across multiple seasons, bettors can identify patterns that might not be apparent from recent games alone. For example, a team might have a history of performing poorly in away games or against specific opponents, information that could be overshadowed by a recent home victory. By considering these longer-term trends, bettors can make more informed decisions that are less susceptible to the influence of recent events. Real-life scenarios illustrate the impact of recency bias on betting outcomes. Consider a situation where a team wins 3 consecutive games, each by a narrow margin. Bettors might perceive this as a sign of the team's rising form, leading them to place bets on the team to win again. However, a deeper analysis might reveal that the victories were against weaker opponents or benefited from favorable circumstances, such as key injuries on the opposing teams. In contrast, a team that has lost several close games might be undervalued by bettors, despite having performed well statistically. Recognizing these nuances requires looking beyond recent results to understand the broader context of each team's performance. By acknowledging the presence of recency bias and actively working to counteract its effects, bettors can enhance their decision-making process. This involves developing a disciplined approach to analyzing data, prioritizing long-term trends over short-term fluctuations, and maintaining an awareness of the cognitive biases that can influence their perceptions. In doing so, bettors can navigate the complex landscape of NFL sports betting with greater insight and confidence, ultimately improving their chances of making successful wagers. Trap lines are a fascinating yet treacherous aspect of NFL betting. They are lines set by sportsbooks that appear enticing to the average bettor, but are designed to exploit common betting mistakes. At their core, trap lines aim to capitalize on public perception and betting behavior, leading bettors to place wagers that seem advantageous but are statistically less likely to succeed. Understanding these lines requires a deep dive into the psychology of betting and the strategies employed by sportsbooks to maintain their edge. A trap line often appears when the betting line seems too good to be true. For example, a favored team might be offered at what appears to be a generous point spread, prompting bettors to assume an easy win. However, this line may have been set intentionally to attract heavy betting on one side, allowing the sportsbook to capitalize on the other. Characteristics of trap lines include lines that deviate significantly from public expectations or historical data, often set around high-profile games where public sentiment is more easily swayed. To recognize trap lines, bettors must cultivate a habit of skepticism and thorough analysis. One effective strategy is to compare the current line with historical data and recent performance metrics. If a line seems to contradict a team's recent form or statistical indicators, it may be a trap. Additionally, monitoring line movements over time can provide clues. A line that shifts dramatically without clear justification might signal an attempt by sportsbooks to manipulate bettor behavior. Public perception plays a crucial role in the creation of trap lines. Sportsbooks understand that the betting public is often influenced by recent performances, media narratives, and star player reputations. By setting lines that align with these perceptions, sportsbooks can guide betting behavior in predictable ways. For instance, if a star player is returning from injury, the line might be set to reflect public excitement rather than the player's actual impact on the game. Case studies of trapline scenarios offer valuable lessons. Consider a matchup where a heavily favored team is given a surprisingly low point spread against a weaker opponent. Bettors might flock to the favorite, assuming an easy cover. However, deeper analysis might reveal that the underdog has a strong home record, or that the favorite is dealing with key injuries. In such cases, the sportsbook anticipates the public's tendency to bet on the favorite, setting a line that appears favorable but is actually a calculated risk. Another example might involve a team on a winning streak, facing an underperforming opponent. The line could reflect the public's expectation of a continued winning trend, yet the sportsbook sets a trap by offering a spread that seems generous but is based on an overestimation of the favorite's dominance. Bettors who fail to look beyond the surface may fall into this trap, neglecting factors like travel fatigue or unfavorable matchups that could impact the game's outcome. To avoid falling into the trap, bettors should prioritize objective analysis over gut feelings or public sentiment. This involves examining a broad range of data points, including team statistics, injury reports, and historical performance against similar opponents. By maintaining a disciplined approach and questioning lines that seem too favorable, bettors can protect themselves from the pitfalls of trap lines and make more informed wagering decisions. Divisional matchups in the NFL present a unique and intriguing challenge for bettors. These games are characterized by the familiarity between teams, as they face each other twice every season. This regularity breeds a deep understanding of each other's strategies, strengths and weaknesses, often leading to outcomes that defy conventional expectations. Divisional games are not just about the current form or statistics. They are steeped in history and rivalry, which can significantly influence the dynamics on the field. The significance of divisional matchups lies in their impact on playoff standings and team morale. Winning within the division is crucial, as it often determines tiebreakers and playoff berths. This adds an extra layer of intensity, making these games fiercely contested. The familiarity factor means that teams have extensive footage and knowledge of each other's play styles, leading to highly strategic encounters. Coaches and players adjust their game plans specifically for these matchups, sometimes unveiling plays and strategies kept under wraps for such occasions. Several factors influence the outcomes of divisional games. Rivalries can heighten the stakes, with teams often performing beyond their usual capabilities. The psychological edge gained from past victories, or the desire to avenge previous losses, can tilt the balance. Home field advantage is another crucial element, as teams are more familiar with their own stadiums and receive robust support from their fans. Weather conditions, particularly in outdoor stadiums, can also play a part, affecting teams differently based on their playing style and adaptability. Historical performance trends provide valuable insights for bettors analyzing divisional matchups. Some teams consistently outperform others within their division, regardless of overall season performance. This can be due to a variety of reasons, such as favorable matchups, effective game planning by coaches, or psychological dominance. Analyzing past results can reveal patterns that might not be immediately obvious from current season statistics alone. For instance, a team might have a strong record against a divisional opponent due to their ability to neutralize a key player or exploit a recurring weakness. Effective betting strategies for divisional games involve a combination of statistical analysis and contextual understanding. Bettors should consider not only the current form and injury reports but also historical trends and psychological factors. It's essential to evaluate how teams have adjusted in previous encounters and whether any significant changes have occurred in rosters or coaching staff. Monitoring line movements can also provide clues, as sportsbooks adjust odds based on betting patterns and insider knowledge. Case studies of memorable divisional matchups highlight the unpredictable nature of these games. One notable example might involve a team with a losing record, upsetting a divisional leader due to a strong defensive performance, capitalizing on turnovers, and exploiting weaknesses identified in previous meetings. Another scenario could see a high-scoring game where both teams, familiar with each other's defensive schemes, manage to break through and rack up points, defying expectations of a low-scoring contest. Understanding the nuances of divisional play can provide bettors with a strategic edge. By delving into the history, rivalry, and unique dynamics of these matchups, bettors can make more informed decisions. This approach goes beyond mere statistics, embracing the rich tapestry of factors that make divisional games some of the most exciting and unpredictable contests in the NFL. Rivalry games in the NFL are contests that transcend the ordinary, fueled by deep-seated competition and historical animosities between teams. These matchups often arise from geographical proximity, historical playoff clashes, or long-standing divisional battles. The intensity of these games is palpable, both on and off the field, as players and fans alike are swept up in the emotions of the rivalry. The stakes are high, not just in terms of standings, but in terms of pride and bragging rights, making these games some of the most anticipated events on the NFL calendar. The cultural significance of rivalry games cannot be overstated. They are woven into the fabric of the teams and their fan bases, creating a sense of identity and belonging. These games often carry a narrative that extends beyond the current season, drawing on past encounters and the history of the franchises involved. The players are acutely aware of the importance of these matchups, often elevating their performance to meet the heightened expectations. The emotional impact on player performance is significant, as the desire to win against a rival can push athletes to new heights or, conversely, lead to critical mistakes under pressure. Historical data on rivalry game outcomes reveals intriguing patterns and trends. Some teams consistently outperform their rivals, regardless of their form in other games. This can be attributed to various factors, including psychological dominance, tactical superiority, or simply the ability to rise to the occasion. Conversely, rivalries can also level the playing field, with underdog teams pulling off unexpected victories due to the motivational boost that comes from facing a traditional foe. Analyzing past results can provide valuable insights into how these games might unfold, highlighting the potential for upsets or dominant performances. When it comes to betting on rivalry games, understanding the psychological factors at play is crucial. Bettors should consider the mental state of the teams, the pressure on key players, and the potential impact of the crowd. Home field advantage can be particularly pronounced in rivalry games, as the energy and support from the stands can serve as an extra player on the field. Additionally, bettors should pay attention to any off-field narratives that might influence the game, such as comments in the media or social media exchanges between players. Strategies for betting on high-stakes rivalry contests often involve a blend of statistical analysis and intuition. While it is important to consider the usual metrics, such as team form and injury reports, bettors should also factor in the unique dynamics of the rivalry. This includes understanding the historical context, the emotional weight of the game, and how these elements might affect performance. Betting lines can sometimes reflect the heightened interest in these games, with odds shifting based on public sentiment and media coverage. Classic rivalry games offer a treasure trove of examples that illustrate the unpredictable nature of these matchups. For instance, a game between two longtime rivals might see a team with a losing record defeat a playoff contender, driven by the sheer determination to spoil their rival's season. Another example could involve a high-scoring shootout, where both teams, familiar with each other's defensive schemes, exploit weaknesses to rack up points. These scenarios highlight the potential for unexpected outcomes, making rivalry games a thrilling but challenging proposition for bettors. Rivalry games in the NFL are more than just contests on the schedule. They are battles steeped in history and emotion, offering a unique set of challenges and opportunities for bettors. By delving into the psychological and historical aspects of these matchups, bettors can gain a deeper understanding of the forces at play, allowing them to make more informed and strategic decisions. Prime-time NFL games are the marquee events of the football season, often scheduled for the evenings when the largest audiences are available. These games are typically broadcast nationally, drawing immense viewership and attention from fans and bettors alike. The allure of prime-time games lies in their ability to showcase the league's top teams and star players, creating a spectacle that captivates audiences. The atmosphere surrounding these matchups is electric, with the heightened stakes and visibility adding layers of complexity to the game. Teams prepare meticulously for these spotlight moments, knowing that the eyes of the nation are upon them. The impact of media attention on team dynamics during primetime games is profound. Players are acutely aware of the increased scrutiny, which can amplify both pressure and performance. For some, the spotlight serves as a catalyst, inspiring exceptional displays of athleticism and skill. For others, the weight of expectation can lead to mistakes or uncharacteristic decisions. Coaches also feel the pressure, as their strategies and play calling are dissected by analysts and commentators. This environment fosters a sense of urgency, with teams often pulling out all the stops to secure a victory under the lights. Historical performance trends in primetime matchups reveal intriguing patterns. Some teams thrive in these high-pressure situations, consistently delivering strong performances that defy their regular season form. This can be attributed to various factors, including experienced leadership, robust game plans, or an innate ability to rise to the occasion. Conversely, other teams struggle under the spotlight, with nerves and missteps overshadowing their efforts. Analyzing past primetime performances can provide valuable insights into how teams might fare in future matchups, highlighting potential strengths or vulnerabilities that could influence betting decisions. Strategies for betting effectively on primetime games involve a careful blend of statistical analysis and contextual understanding. Bettors should consider not only the team's current form and injury reports, but also how they have historically performed in primetime settings. This includes evaluating individual player performances, as some athletes excel under the spotlight, while others falter. Additionally, bettors should be mindful of the public sentiment and media narratives that often accompany these games. Betting lines can shift dramatically based on the hype and anticipation surrounding a matchup, creating opportunities for those who can discern genuine value from inflated odds. Case studies of notable primetime game outcomes illustrate the unpredictability and excitement of these high-profile contests. For instance, a team might enter a primetime game as the underdog, only to deliver a stunning upset fueled by a standout performance from a previously unheralded player. Another scenario could involve a heavily favored team succumbing to the pressure, with costly turnovers or penalties derailing their efforts. These examples underscore the importance of thorough research and strategic thinking when betting on primetime games, as the stakes and variables are often heightened compared to regular matchups. Understanding the dynamics of primetime NFL games can equip bettors with the tools needed to navigate these thrilling contests. By analyzing historical trends, media influence, and team dynamics, bettors can make informed decisions that enhance their wagering strategies. The allure of the spotlight adds a unique dimension to these games, offering both challenges and opportunities for those willing to delve deeper into the intricacies of primetime football. The NFL playoffs are a crescendo of the football season, a time when the stakes reach their zenith, and every play carries weighty significance. The structure of the playoffs is straightforward yet intense, with a series of elimination rounds leading to the ultimate showdown in the Super Bowl. Each conference, the American and National, sends 7 teams into this knockout phase. The top seed from each conference earns a bye in the first round, an advantage that provides rest and preparation time. The remaining teams face off in the wild card round, progressing through divisional and conference championships, culminating in the Super Bowl. This high-stakes format means that every game is a potential last for the teams involved, creating an atmosphere charged with urgency and intensity. In these pressure cooker environments, team performance can vary significantly from the regular season. Momentum becomes a critical factor. Teams that enter the playoffs on a winning streak often carry a psychological edge, their confidence buoyed by recent successes. Conversely, those that limp into the postseason may struggle to find their rhythm, burdened by the weight of previous losses. The mental fortitude of players and coaches is tested as they navigate the heightened scrutiny and pressure of playoff football. Injuries also play a pivotal role. The physical toll of the regular season can leave teams with key players sidelined, altering game plans and strategies. Bettors must stay informed about the latest injury reports, as the absence or return of a star player can dramatically shift the dynamics of a game. Historical trends in playoff games provide valuable insights for bettors seeking to make informed decisions. Certain teams have a storied history of playoff success, often attributed to experienced leadership and a proven ability to perform under pressure. These teams may be favored in betting lines, reflecting their reputation and past achievements. Conversely, some franchises are known for their struggles in postseason play, with patterns of underperformance that can influence betting odds. Analyzing these trends can help bettors identify potential upsets or confirm the expected trajectory of a matchup. Additionally, the impact of home field advantage is often magnified in the playoffs, where the familiar environment and supportive crowd can provide a significant boost to the home team. Betting effectively during the postseason requires a strategic approach that considers the unique dynamics of playoff football. Bettors should evaluate not only the statistical performance of teams, but also the intangible factors that can influence outcomes. This includes assessing the psychological resilience of teams, the impact of coaching decisions, and the ability of players to rise to the occasion. Understanding the interplay between these elements can provide a clearer picture of how a game might unfold. Furthermore, bettors should be mindful of the public sentiment and media narratives that often accompany playoff games. The intense coverage and analysis can sway public opinion, affecting betting lines and creating opportunities for those who can discern genuine value from the noise. Memorable playoff betting moments offer lessons in the unpredictability and excitement of postseason football. For instance, a team that enters the playoffs as a wild card can defy expectations, riding a wave of momentum to a championship victory. Such scenarios demonstrate the importance of considering momentum and team chemistry when placing bets. Alternatively, a heavily favored team might falter under the pressure, succumbing to an unexpected defeat due to critical errors or strategic missteps. These examples highlight the need for thorough research and strategic thinking, as the variables in playoff games are often more pronounced than in regular season matchups. Understanding the dynamics of NFL playoff betting equips bettors with the tools needed to navigate this thrilling phase of the football season. By analyzing historical trends, injury reports, and team momentum, bettors can make informed decisions that enhance their wagering strategies. The heightened stakes and unique pressures of the playoffs offer both challenges and opportunities for those willing to delve deeper into the intricacies of postseason football. The Super Bowl stands as the ultimate spectacle in American sports, drawing immense attention from fans and bettors alike. The betting markets for this event are as diverse as they are expansive, offering a multitude of opportunities for those looking to place wagers. Traditional bet types such as point spreads, moneylines, and totals remain popular, but the Super Bowl also features unique offerings that cater to the event's grandeur. Prop bets or proposition bets allow bettors to wager on specific occurrences within the game, such as the number of touchdowns a player might score or the length of the national anthem. These bets add layers of excitement and engagement, drawing in even casual fans who might not typically engage in sports betting. The Super Bowl's high-profile nature influences betting behavior, in distinct ways. The event's massive viewership includes many who are not regular bettors, leading to increased public betting. This influx of casual bettors can shift lines and create opportunities for those who are more seasoned. The media coverage leading up to the game is intense, with analysts dissecting every angle and storyline. This coverage can sway public opinion, affecting betting trends, and potentially skewing the odds. Savvy bettors can capitalize on these shifts by identifying where the public's perception may not align with the actual probabilities. Prop bets and novelty wagers are particularly significant during the Super Bowl. These bets cover a wide range of outcomes, from the performance of individual players to more whimsical options like the color of the Gatorade poured on the winning coach. The appeal of prop bets lies in their variety and the fun they add to the viewing experience. They allow bettors to focus on specific aspects of the game, often providing value in markets that might be overlooked. For instance, a bettor with deep knowledge of a team's offensive strategy might find value in a prop bet related to passing yards or rushing attempts. Navigating the Super Bowl betting landscape requires a strategic approach. Bettors should start by thoroughly researching both teams, considering factors such as injuries, recent performance, and head-to-head matchups. Understanding the strengths and weaknesses of each team can provide insights into which bets offer the most value. Additionally, bettors should be mindful of the line movements leading up to the game. As public money flows in, lines can shift, presenting opportunities for those who can read between the lines. Patience and timing are crucial, as waiting for the right moment to place a bet can make a significant difference in potential returns. Historical data on Super Bowl betting trends offers valuable insights for those looking to make informed wagers. Over the years, certain patterns have emerged, such as the tendency for games to be closer than expected, which can influence point spread betting. Analyzing past Super Bowl outcomes can help bettors identify trends that might repeat, such as the performance of underdogs or the impact of weather conditions. Furthermore, understanding how previous games have unfolded can provide context for current matchups, allowing bettors to make more educated predictions. The Super Bowl's betting markets are a microcosm of the event's larger-than-life nature, offering a wealth of options for those looking to engage with the game beyond the field. By understanding the nuances of these markets and the factors that influence them, bettors can enhance their enjoyment of the event while maximizing their potential returns. Whether it's through traditional bets, prop wagers, or novelty options, the Super Bowl provides a unique and thrilling landscape for sports betting enthusiasts. Futures bets in the NFL provide a unique opportunity for bettors to engage with the season on a long-term basis. These wagers focus on outcomes that will not be decided until the end of the season, such as which team will win the Super Bowl, or which player will be named the league MVP. The appeal of futures bets lies in their ability to offer significant payouts due to the inherent uncertainty and long time frame involved. Unlike traditional game day bets, futures require a forward-thinking approach, considering how teams and players might perform over the course of many months. When placing futures wagers, several factors should be taken into account to make informed predictions. Team performance in the previous season can be a useful indicator, providing insights into strengths and weaknesses that might carry over. Roster changes during the off-season, such as key player acquisitions or losses, can also significantly impact a team's prospects. Coaching changes and their potential influence on team dynamics are another critical consideration. Additionally, the schedule itself can play a role, as teams with a particularly challenging lineup of opponents may face a tougher path to success. Early season performance can have a notable impact on futures odds. A team that starts strong may see its odds of winning the championship shorten, reflecting increased confidence from the betting public and sportsbooks. Conversely, a slow start can lengthen odds, potentially creating value for bettors who believe the team will improve as the season progresses. It's important to monitor these fluctuations and consider whether early results are a reliable indicator of future performance or simply a temporary blip. Identifying value in futures betting requires a careful analysis of the odds in relation to the true probabilities of various outcomes. Bettors should look for discrepancies where the odds offered by sportsbooks do not accurately reflect a team's chances of success. This might involve betting on a dark horse team with a strong potential upside, or identifying a favorite that is undervalued due to early setbacks or public perception. Value can also be found in player futures, such as betting on a lesser-known player to win an award based on favorable circumstances or emerging talent. Throughout NFL history, there have been notable examples of successful futures bets that defied the odds. One famous instance occurred in the 2001 season, when the New England Patriots, led by a then unknown quarterback named Tom Brady, won the Super Bowl despite starting the season as long shots. Bettors who placed futures wagers on the Patriots before the season began enjoyed substantial returns. Another example is the 2007 New York Giants, who entered the playoffs as underdogs and went on to defeat the previously unbeaten New England Patriots in the Super Bowl. These cases highlight the potential for futures bets to yield impressive payouts when bettors accurately assess the landscape and identify opportunities. Futures betting in the NFL offers a dynamic and engaging way to interact with the sport, requiring a blend of research, foresight, and intuition. By considering a wide range of factors, from team dynamics and player performance to schedule strength and historical trends, bettors can enhance their chances of success in this intriguing betting market. The long-term nature of futures bets adds a layer of excitement and anticipation, as each game throughout the season can influence the eventual outcome of these wagers. Player prop bets offer a unique and engaging way to participate in NFL betting by focusing on individual player performances rather than the outcomes of entire games. These wagers open up a world of possibilities, allowing bettors to predict specific achievements, such as the number of touchdowns thrown by a quarterback, the rushing yards gained by a running back, or the receptions made by a wide receiver. The appeal of player props lies in their ability to provide a more granular and personalized betting experience, often driven by the bettor's knowledge of player tendencies and team strategies. When evaluating player prop bets, several key statistics become crucial. For quarterbacks, metrics such as completion percentage, average yards per attempt, and passer rating can provide insights into their likely performance. For running backs, yards per carry, total rushing attempts, and red zone opportunities are significant indicators. Wide receivers and tight ends can be assessed by targets, catch rate, and yards after catch. These statistics help bettors gauge a player's current form and potential to meet or exceed the specified thresholds set by sportsbooks. Analyzing matchups is another vital component of successful player prop betting. Understanding how a player's team matches up against their opponent's defense can reveal opportunities or challenges that might not be immediately apparent. For instance, a running back facing a defense that struggles against the run may have a higher likelihood of surpassing his rushing yards prop. Conversely, a wide receiver going up against a top-ranked pass defense might face difficulties reaching his expected reception total. Factors such as defensive schemes, individual player matchups, and historical performance against specific teams all play a role in this analysis. Trends and historical data are invaluable in the realm of player prop betting. Examining how a player has performed over recent games can indicate whether they are on an upward trajectory or facing a slump. Seasonal trends, such as a quarterback's performance in cold weather games or a running back's output on artificial turf, can also influence prop outcomes. Historical data against particular teams or in similar game conditions can provide additional context and help bettors make more informed decisions. Throughout NFL history, There have been notable examples of player prop successes and failures that illustrate the intricacies of this betting market. One instance is the breakout performance of an under-the-radar wide receiver, who, facing a depleted secondary, exceeded his reception and yardage props by a significant margin. Conversely, a highly touted running back might fall short of expectations due to an unexpected game script, such as his team trailing early and abandoning the run game. These scenarios highlight the importance of thorough research and adaptability in prop betting. Player prop bets offer a dynamic and strategic avenue for NFL bettors, combining statistical analysis with an understanding of game dynamics and player roles. By focusing on individual achievements, bettors can engage with the sport on a more detailed level, finding value in specific matchups and player trends. The thrill of predicting a player's performance adds an extra layer of excitement to the betting experience, making player props a popular choice for those seeking to leverage their knowledge of the game. Quarterbacks are often considered the cornerstone of any NFL team, and their performance can significantly sway game outcomes and betting lines. When evaluating quarterbacks, several key performance indicators stand out as particularly influential. Completion percentage is a primary metric, providing insight into a quarterback's accuracy and efficiency in connecting with receivers. A high completion percentage often indicates a quarterback's ability to make precise throws and maintain offensive momentum. Passer rating, a composite statistic that considers completion percentage, yards per attempt, touchdowns, and interceptions, offers a broader view of a quarterback's overall effectiveness. This metric helps bettors gauge a quarterback's form and potential impact on a game. Another critical aspect of quarterback evaluation is decision-making under pressure. This involves assessing how a quarterback performs when facing defensive blitzes or critical game situations. Metrics such as pressure completion percentage and sack avoidance rate can reveal a quarterback's poise and ability to adapt when the pocket collapses. A quarterback who excels under pressure can sustain drives and capitalize on scoring opportunities, making them a valuable asset in high-stakes games. The form of a quarterback directly affects team dynamics and, consequently, betting lines. A quarterback in peak form can elevate the performance of the entire offense, leading to higher scoring potential and more favorable betting odds. Conversely, a quarterback struggling with accuracy or decision-making can hinder offensive productivity, resulting in tighter spreads or lower totals. Understanding a quarterback's current form allows bettors to anticipate shifts in team performance and adjust their wagers accordingly. Matchup history against opposing defenses is another vital factor to consider. Some quarterbacks perform exceptionally well against certain defensive schemes, while others may struggle against specific types of coverage. Analyzing a quarterback's past performances against upcoming opponents can provide valuable insights into potential game outcomes. For instance, a quarterback with a strong track record against a division rival's defense may offer a strategic advantage in betting decisions. Strategies for betting based on quarterback performance trends involve a combination of statistical analysis and contextual understanding. Bettors should monitor trends such as recent passing yardage, touchdown to interception ratios, and performance in various game conditions. These trends can indicate whether a quarterback is likely to continue excelling, or if they might face challenges in upcoming matchups. Additionally, considering external factors such as injuries to key offensive players or changes in coaching staff can further inform betting strategies. Real-life examples illustrate the profound impact of quarterback play on betting outcomes. Take, for example, a scenario where a quarterback, known for their ability to execute in the fourth quarter, leads a team to a come-from-behind victory, covering the spread in the process. Alternatively, a quarterback who struggles in primetime games might falter under the spotlight, leading to unexpected losses for bettors who overlooked this trend. These examples underscore the importance of thorough research and awareness of quarterback tendencies when placing bets. Understanding quarterback performance indicators is essential for making informed betting decisions in the NFL. By analyzing metrics such as completion percentage, passer rating, and pressure performance, bettors can gain a strategic edge. Considering matchup history and performance trends further enhances the ability to predict game outcomes. With quarterbacks playing such a pivotal role, their performance can be the deciding factor in both game results and betting success. The running game in NFL football serves as a fundamental component that can significantly influence game dynamics and betting outcomes. At its core, a strong running game allows a team to control the pace of the game, maintain possession, and wear down opposing defenses. This ability to dictate the tempo is crucial, as it can lead to sustained drives that keep the opposing offense off the field, ultimately affecting the point spreads that bettors rely on to make informed decisions. When assessing the impact of a running game, several key statistics come into play. Yards per carry is a primary metric, offering insight into the efficiency of a team's rushing attack. A high average suggests that the team can consistently gain significant yardage on the ground, which can be a decisive factor in close games. Another important statistic is rushing touchdowns, which indicates a team's ability to convert red zone opportunities into points through the ground game. Teams that excel in this area often have an edge in games with tight spreads. The relationship between rushing success and point spreads is intricate. A team with a dominant running game can often be favored in the betting lines, as their ability to control the clock and field position can lead to fewer possessions for the opposing team. This can result in lower scoring games, where the underdog might have a better chance of covering the spread due to limited scoring opportunities for the favorite. Conversely, a team struggling with their running game may find themselves as underdogs, especially if they face a defense known for stifling the run. Strategies for betting based on running game analysis involve a deep dive into both team and individual player performances. Bettors should consider the offensive line's effectiveness in creating running lanes, as well as the running back's ability to break tackles and gain yards after contact. Additionally, evaluating the opposing defense's rushing statistics is crucial. A defense that allows a high average of rushing yards per game might struggle against a team with a strong running attack, making them more vulnerable to covering large spreads. Case studies of games where running performance influenced outcomes can provide valuable lessons. Consider a scenario where a team with a top-ranked rushing offense faces a defense that ranks poorly against the run. In such cases, the running team might dominate time of possession, leading to a lower-scoring game that favors the underdog in terms of the spread. Alternatively, a team known for its explosive passing game might face challenges if its running game falters against a stout defensive front, resulting in a tighter contest than anticipated. The running game's impact on NFL betting is profound. By controlling the pace and flow of a game, teams with a strong rushing attack can influence both the total points scored and the likelihood of covering the spread. Bettors who pay close attention to rushing statistics, team dynamics, and matchup specifics can gain a strategic advantage in predicting game outcomes. Understanding the nuanced role of the running game is essential for making informed and successful betting decisions in the NFL landscape. Defensive matchups play a pivotal role in determining the total scores in NFL games. A team's defensive prowess can significantly influence the game's tempo, the number of possessions, and ultimately the total points scored. When analyzing defensive matchups, it's essential to consider the strengths and weaknesses of both teams' defenses. A formidable defense can stifle an opponent's offense, leading to fewer scoring opportunities and potentially lower game totals. Conversely, a weaker defense might struggle to contain an explosive offense, resulting in higher scores. Key defensive metrics are vital tools for bettors looking to make informed decisions on over-under bets. One crucial metric is yards allowed per game, which provides insight into a defense's ability to limit offensive production. A defense that consistently allows fewer yards is likely to keep opponents from reaching the end zone, contributing to lower game totals. Another important statistic is points allowed per game. This metric directly correlates with a team's defensive effectiveness and can be a strong indicator of whether a game is likely to go over or under the projected total. Turnover differential is another critical factor. A defense that excels in creating turnovers can disrupt the opposing team's rhythm, leading to fewer scoring drives and lower totals. Interceptions and forced fumbles not only prevent the opposing team from scoring, but can also shift momentum, allowing the defensive team to control the game's pace. Additionally, red zone defense is a key area to examine. Teams that can tighten up and prevent touchdowns in the red zone often force field goals instead, which can significantly impact the total score. Situational factors, such as injuries and fatigue, also play a crucial role in defensive performance and game totals. Injuries to key defensive players can weaken a team's ability to contain an opponent, leading to higher scores. Fatigue, especially late in the season or during games with short rest periods, can affect a defense's stamina and effectiveness. Bettors should monitor injury reports and consider the potential impact on defensive capabilities when evaluating totals. Strategies for betting on totals based on defensive analysis involve a comprehensive examination of these metrics and factors. Bettors should look at the matchup history between the teams, as past performances can provide valuable insights into how defenses might fare against specific offenses. It's also important to consider the defensive schemes employed by teams. Some defenses are designed to bend but not break, allowing yards but preventing big plays and touchdowns, which can lead to lower totals. Case studies of games where defensive performances shaped game totals provide practical examples of these concepts in action. Consider a matchup where a top-ranked defense faces an offense known for its explosive plays. If the defense successfully limits big plays and forces the offense to settle for field goals, the game is likely to stay under the projected total. Alternatively, a game featuring two struggling defenses might see both offenses capitalize on weaknesses, pushing the score over the total. Understanding defensive matchups and their impact on game totals is crucial for making informed betting decisions. By analyzing key defensive metrics, considering situational factors, and employing strategic approaches, bettors can enhance their ability to predict whether a game will go over or under the set total. Defensive strength, or lack thereof, can dramatically influence the scoring dynamics of an NFL game, making it a critical component in the betting landscape. Coaching tendencies in the NFL play a crucial role in shaping game outcomes and, consequently, betting strategies. A coach's decision-making patterns, play-calling preferences, and game management styles can significantly influence the performance of their team. Understanding these tendencies provides bettors with an edge, allowing them to anticipate strategic moves and adjust their wagers accordingly. Coaches often develop a signature style over time, which becomes evident through their approach to critical game situations, such as fourth down decisions, clock management, and play selection in high-pressure scenarios. Coaching styles vary widely across the league and can dictate the tempo and rhythm of a game. Some coaches prefer a conservative approach, emphasizing ball control and field position. This can lead to lower scoring games and may affect point spreads and totals. Others adopt an aggressive style, frequently opting for fourth down conversions and trick plays, which can result in higher scores and unexpected game dynamics. Recognizing these styles helps bettors predict how a team might perform in specific situations, such as 2-minute drills or red zone opportunities. Historical data on coaching decisions is invaluable for bettors seeking to understand a coach's tendencies. By analyzing past games, one can identify patterns in decision-making that may not be immediately apparent. For example, a coach who consistently calls for passing plays on third down, regardless of distance, reveals a preference for aggressive play calling. This tendency can be factored into betting strategies, especially when assessing over-under totals or point spreads. Additionally, understanding how a coach has historically performed against specific opponents can provide insights into potential game plans and adjustments. Incorporating coaching analysis into betting strategies involves a careful examination of various factors. Bettors should consider a coach's track record in different game environments, such as home versus away games or playoff situations. Some coaches excel in high-pressure environments, while others may struggle. Evaluating a coach's adaptability is also important. Coaches who are adept at making in-game adjustments can significantly alter the course of a game, impacting both the final score and the spread. Real-life examples of games influenced by coaching tendencies abound in NFL history. Take, for instance, a game where a coach known for his aggressive fourth-down strategy opts to go for it in a critical situation, changing the momentum and ultimately the outcome. Such decisions can defy conventional betting wisdom, leading to unexpected results. Conversely, a coach who consistently plays conservatively might opt for a field goal instead of a touchdown attempt, affecting the total score and the betting line. Analyzing coaching tendencies requires attention to detail and a willingness to delve into the nuances of a coach's philosophy. By doing so, bettors can gain a deeper understanding of how these tendencies shape game dynamics and influence betting outcomes. This knowledge allows for more strategic wagering, aligning bets with the anticipated flow of the game, based on the coach's historical behavior. As with any betting strategy, it is essential to combine coaching analysis with other factors, such as player performance and team statistics, to make well-rounded and informed decisions. In the fast-paced world of NFL betting, understanding the nuances of pace of play and snap counts can offer a significant edge. Pace of play, a measure of how quickly a team executes its plays, directly influences the rhythm and tempo of a game. Teams that operate with a high pace of play tend to run more offensive plays per game, which can lead to increased scoring opportunities. Conversely, teams with a slower pace might focus on controlling the clock, limiting the number of possessions for both themselves and their opponents. This dynamic can have profound implications for betting, particularly when considering over-under totals and point spreads. Snap counts, the total number of offensive plays a team runs in a game, serve as a key indicator of pace. Teams that consistently achieve high snap counts are often more aggressive, seeking to maximize their scoring chances through rapid play execution. This approach can tire out opposing defenses, leading to breakdowns and increased scoring as the game progresses. Bettors who recognize these patterns can anticipate higher scoring games and adjust their wagers accordingly. On the other hand, teams that prioritize ball control and time management might deliberately limit their snap counts, focusing instead on efficiency and precision. This strategy can result in lower scoring games, which is crucial information for bettors considering the under. The relationship between pace of play and scoring potential is evident in statistical analysis. Teams with faster paces often rank higher in offensive metrics, such as points per game and yards gained. This correlation stems from the increased number of opportunities to advance the ball and score. Bettors who analyze pace of play statistics can better predict game outcomes, especially when two teams with contrasting styles face off. A fast-paced offense against a slower, methodical team can create intriguing betting scenarios, where the pace of play might dictate the flow and final score of the game. To capitalize on pace of play analysis, bettors should monitor several key statistics. These include average time between plays, total snap counts, and time of possession. By examining these metrics, one can gauge a team's offensive philosophy and how it might match up against an opponent's defensive strategy. For instance, a team that excels at quick, high-tempo play might struggle against a defense known for its ability to disrupt timing and force longer possessions. Conversely, a slow-paced team may find success against an opponent that struggles to adjust to ball control tactics. Case studies from recent NFL seasons illustrate the impact of pace on game results. Consider a matchup where a high-tempo team faces a defense that ranks poorly against hurry-up offenses. In such cases, the offensive team often exploits the defensive weaknesses, leading to higher scores and more favorable outcomes for those betting on the over. Alternatively, when two slow-paced teams meet, the game may result in a defensive battle with fewer scoring opportunities, making the under a more attractive option. Recognizing these scenarios allows bettors to make informed decisions based on the anticipated pace of play. By incorporating pace of play and snap count analysis into their betting strategies, bettors can gain a deeper understanding of game dynamics and potential outcomes. This approach requires careful attention to detail and a willingness to adapt to evolving game situations. As with any betting strategy, it is essential to consider pace of play alongside other factors, such as player performance, coaching tendencies, and weather conditions, to form a comprehensive view of the game. Through diligent analysis and strategic wagering, bettors can enhance their chances of success in the ever-competitive world of NFL betting. Advanced statistics have revolutionized the way we analyze NFL games, offering a more nuanced understanding of team performance beyond traditional metrics. Among these, defense-adjusted value over average, or DVOA, stands out as a pivotal tool for bettors seeking to refine their analytical approach. DVOA provides a comprehensive measure of a team's efficiency by comparing each play to a league average baseline, adjusted for the quality of the opponent. This metric allows bettors to see how well a team performs relative to expectations, offering insights that raw statistics might miss. DVOA evaluates each play in terms of its success relative to the average outcome in similar situations. For instance, a 5-yard gain on 3rd and 4 is more valuable than the same gain on 3rd and 10. By adjusting for the context of each play, DVOA provides a clearer picture of a team's true performance level. This adjustment for context and opponent strength is what sets DVOA apart from simpler metrics like total yardage or points scored, which can be skewed by factors such as game flow or garbage time production. In addition to DVOA, other advanced metrics like expected points added, EPA, and success rate further enrich our understanding of team dynamics. EPA quantifies the impact of each play on the team's chances of scoring, considering both the situation and the outcome. Success rate, on the other hand, measures the percentage of plays that achieve a positive outcome, such as gaining a requisite number of yards based on down and distance. Together, these metrics provide a multi-dimensional view of a team's offensive and defensive capabilities. Incorporating advanced statistics into betting analysis requires a strategic approach. Bettors should start by familiarizing themselves with the baseline performance levels indicated by these metrics. For example, a team with a high offensive DVOA is likely efficient in moving the ball and converting scoring opportunities. Conversely, a team with a strong defensive DVOA excels at limiting opponents' success, even if traditional stats like total yardage allowed suggest otherwise. When assessing matchups, bettors can use advanced stats to identify mismatches. A team with a high offensive DVOA facing a defense with a poor DVOA suggests a potential for high scoring, making overbets more attractive. Conversely, a strong defensive DVOA against a weak offensive DVOA might indicate a lower scoring game, favoring the under. By analyzing these metrics, bettors can anticipate how the strengths and weaknesses of each team might play out on the field. Real-life examples illustrate the predictive power of advanced metrics. Consider a matchup where Team A boasts a top 5 offensive DVOA, while Team B ranks near the bottom defensively. Traditional stats might show both teams scoring similarly over the season, but DVOA reveals the efficiency disparity. Bettors who recognize this can anticipate a potential blowout, adjusting their wagers accordingly. Similarly, when two teams with high defensive DVOAs meet, the game might trend toward a defensive struggle, despite both offenses ranking highly in total yardage. The integration of advanced statistics into betting strategies enhances the precision of predictions. By moving beyond surface-level stats and embracing metrics like DVOA, bettors gain a deeper understanding of team performance. This analytical depth allows for more informed betting decisions, reducing reliance on intuition and increasing the likelihood of long-term success. As the NFL continues to evolve, so too does the sophistication of the tools available to bettors, offering ever greater opportunities to refine their strategies and improve their outcomes. Red zone efficiency is a pivotal factor in determining the outcome of NFL games. This area, defined as the space between the opponent's 20-yard line and the goal line, is where the pressure mounts and every play carries immense significance. Teams that excel in the red zone often convert these opportunities into touchdowns rather than settling for field goals. This efficiency can dramatically influence both the final score and the betting landscape. A team's ability to perform under these high-pressure conditions is a critical metric for bettors to consider when placing wagers. Analyzing red zone efficiency involves examining several key statistics. Touchdown percentage is one of the most telling indicators. This metric reveals how often a team scores a touchdown when they enter the red zone. A higher percentage suggests a team's proficiency in executing plays under pressure. Conversely, a lower percentage might indicate struggles in play calling or execution. Another important statistic is red zone attempts. This shows how often a team reaches the red zone, reflecting their ability to move the ball effectively down the field. A team with frequent red zone appearances, but low touchdown conversion rates may highlight inefficiencies in their offensive strategy. The correlation between red zone success and betting outcomes is significant. Teams with high red zone efficiency often cover point spreads more reliably, as they maximize scoring opportunities when they are within striking distance. This efficiency can also affect the total points scored in a game. High red zone efficiency typically leads to higher scoring games, making the overbet more appealing. Conversely, teams that struggle in the red zone might contribute to lower scoring games, favoring the under. Understanding these dynamics allows bettors to make more informed decisions based on the expected scoring efficiency of the teams involved. Betting strategies that incorporate red zone efficiency analysis can enhance a bettor's edge. When assessing a matchup, consider each team's red zone statistics alongside their overall offensive and defensive performance. A team with a strong red zone offense facing a weak red zone defense may have an advantage, suggesting a potential for higher scoring. Conversely, a robust red zone defense against a struggling red zone offense could indicate a lower scoring affair. Additionally, monitoring changes in red zone performance over the course of a season can provide insights into a team's evolving strengths or weaknesses. Historical examples underscore the impact of red zone performance on game outcomes. Consider a game where Team A, known for its high red zone efficiency, faced Team B with a notoriously weak red zone defense. Despite close overall yardage, Team A's ability to convert in the red zone led to a decisive victory, covering the spread and hitting the over on total points. Conversely, another matchup featured two teams with strong defenses and mediocre red zone offenses. The game turned into a defensive battle, with few touchdowns scored, favoring the under and the team with better field goal execution. Red zone efficiency is a valuable tool in a bettor's arsenal, offering insights into how teams perform when it matters most. By evaluating red zone statistics alongside other performance metrics, bettors can develop strategies that align with the likely scoring dynamics of a game. This analytical approach enhances the precision of predictions, providing a clearer picture of how a game might unfold. As the NFL continues to evolve, the importance of red zone efficiency remains a constant, offering bettors a reliable metric to inform their wagering decisions. Turnover margins are a critical component in the analysis of NFL games, significantly influencing both game outcomes and betting strategies. A turnover occurs when a team loses possession of the football to the opposing team, either through an interception or a fumble recovery. The turnover margin, therefore, is the difference between the number of turnovers a team commits and the number it forces. A positive turnover margin indicates that a team has forced more turnovers than it has committed, while a negative margin suggests the opposite. This metric is a key indicator of a team's ability to control the game and capitalize on opponents' mistakes. The impact of turnovers on game outcomes cannot be overstated. A single turnover can dramatically shift the momentum of a game, providing the opposing team with an unexpected opportunity to score. This sudden change can alter the dynamics of the game, often leading to a significant swing in the scoreline. For bettors, understanding how turnovers affect team performance is essential. Teams with a high turnover margin are typically more successful, as they can capitalize on extra possessions and limit the scoring opportunities of their opponents. Conversely, teams that struggle with turnovers may find themselves at a disadvantage, unable to maintain control of the game. Historical turnover data plays a crucial role in betting analysis. By examining past performances, bettors can identify patterns and trends that may influence future games. For instance, a team with a consistently positive turnover margin over several seasons is likely to maintain that trend, especially if key defensive players are retained. Conversely, a team with a history of negative turnover margins may struggle to overcome those challenges without significant changes to their roster or strategy. Understanding these historical trends allows bettors to make more informed predictions about a team's potential performance in upcoming games. Incorporating turnover analysis into betting decisions involves several strategic considerations. Bettors should evaluate a team's turnover margin alongside other performance metrics, such as offensive efficiency and defensive strength. A team with a strong defense that consistently forces turnovers may have an edge over an opponent with a weaker defense, even if the latter has a more potent offense. Additionally, bettors should consider the context of the game, such as weather conditions or player injuries, which can influence the likelihood of turnovers occurring. By integrating turnover analysis with a comprehensive evaluation of team performance, bettors can develop strategies that align with the expected dynamics of the game. Real-life examples highlight the profound impact of turnovers on betting outcomes. Consider a game where Team A, known for its aggressive defense and high turnover margin, faced Team B, which struggled with ball security. Despite being the underdog, Team A's ability to force multiple turnovers led to a surprising victory, covering the spread and hitting the over on total points. In another instance, a matchup between two evenly matched teams saw a late-game interception by Team C's defense, shifting the momentum and allowing them to secure a win, defying the pre-game odds. These examples underscore the importance of turnover margins in shaping game results and influencing betting strategies. Turnover margins remain a vital element of NFL betting analysis, offering insights into a team's ability to control the game and exploit opponent weaknesses. By understanding the variance associated with turnovers, and incorporating this knowledge into betting strategies, bettors can enhance their decision-making process. This analytical approach provides a clearer understanding of how turnovers can impact game outcomes, allowing for more precise predictions and strategic wagers. As the NFL continues to evolve, the significance of turnover margins in betting remains a constant, offering bettors a reliable metric to inform their wagering decisions. Live betting, also known as in-play betting, offers a thrilling dimension to NFL wagering by allowing bettors to place bets as the action unfolds. This dynamic approach to betting requires a keen eye and quick decision-making, as odds and lines can shift rapidly in response to events on the field. Unlike traditional pre-game betting, live betting provides an opportunity to react to the ebb and flow of a game, capitalizing on momentum shifts and unexpected developments. The real-time nature of live betting means that bettors must be prepared to make swift decisions, often under pressure, to seize favorable opportunities that may arise during the course of a game. One of the unique characteristics of live betting is the continuous adjustment of odds based on the current state of play. As the game progresses, sportsbooks update lines to reflect the changing probabilities of various outcomes. This creates a fluid betting environment, where the odds are constantly in flux. For example, if a team unexpectedly scores a touchdown or suffers a key injury, the odds on various bets, such as moneylines or point spreads, may shift significantly. Bettors who can accurately assess these changes and anticipate their impact on the game's trajectory are better positioned to make informed wagers. To effectively navigate live betting opportunities, bettors should develop strategies that account for the fast-paced nature of in-play wagering. One key strategy involves closely monitoring the game for momentum shifts. Momentum can be a powerful force in sports, often influencing team performance and altering the course of a game. Bettors who can identify when a team is gaining or losing momentum can capitalize on these shifts by placing timely bets that align with the changing dynamics. For instance, if a team that was trailing suddenly begins to dominate possession and score, a live bet on that team to win or cover the spread may offer value. Interpreting in-game developments is crucial for making informed live betting decisions. Bettors should pay attention to key factors, such as player performance, coaching decisions, and game conditions. Player performance can fluctuate during a game due to fatigue, injuries, or strategic adjustments by the opposing team. Similarly, coaching decisions, such as play calling or substitutions, can significantly impact the flow of the game. Additionally, external factors like weather conditions or crowd influence can alter the dynamics on the field. By considering these elements, bettors can gain insights into how the game might unfold and adjust their betting strategies accordingly. Quick thinking and adaptability are essential traits for successful live betting. The rapid pace of in-play wagering demands that bettors remain focused and ready to act when opportunities arise. This requires a balance of analytical thinking and intuition, as well as the ability to process information quickly. Bettors who can maintain composure and make calculated decisions under pressure are more likely to thrive in the live betting environment. It is also important for bettors to set clear boundaries and limits to avoid making impulsive bets driven by emotion rather than logic. Real-life examples illustrate the potential of live betting strategies. In one notable game, a team that was heavily favored to win fell behind early due to a series of turnovers. As the game progressed, the underdog team built a substantial lead, prompting sportsbooks to adjust the odds dramatically. Savvy bettors who recognized the favored team's potential for a comeback, based on their historical performance and the underdog's known vulnerabilities, placed live bets on the favorite at significantly improved odds. When the favored team mounted a successful comeback, those bettors capitalized on the shifted lines, securing profitable returns. Another example involves a game where adverse weather conditions played a significant role. As heavy rain began to fall, the passing game became less effective, leading to a shift in focus toward the ground game. Bettors who anticipated this change and placed live bets on rushing yards or specific running backs to score capitalized on the altered game dynamics. These scenarios underscore the importance of staying attuned to game developments and adapting betting strategies in response to real-time events. Live betting offers a dynamic and engaging way to interact with NFL games, providing bettors with opportunities to leverage their insights and intuition as the action unfolds. By understanding the unique characteristics of live betting, developing effective strategies, and maintaining a disciplined approach, bettors can enhance their chances of success in this fast-paced betting environment. Halftime in an NFL game is a pivotal moment, a brief interlude where coaches gather their teams to reflect on the first half and strategize for the second. This period of adjustment can significantly influence the trajectory of a game, making it a crucial factor for bettors to consider. Coaches utilize this time to analyze what has transpired, identifying weaknesses in their own tactics and exploiting those in their opponents. The ability to adapt and implement effective halftime adjustments is a hallmark of successful teams and can be a decisive factor in the outcome of a game. Several factors influence a team's capacity to make effective halftime adjustments. The experience and acumen of the coaching staff play a critical role. Coaches with a deep understanding of the game, who can quickly assess the situation and devise new strategies, often excel in this area. Communication within the team is also vital. Players must be receptive to feedback and capable of executing new plans under pressure. Furthermore, the depth and versatility of the roster can determine how well a team can adapt. Teams with a variety of skilled players can shift tactics more fluidly, responding to the evolving demands of the game. Historical data provides valuable insights into teams known for making successful halftime adjustments. For instance, teams led by veteran coaches with a track record of adaptability often show a marked improvement in second-half performance. Over the years, franchises like the New England Patriots under Bill Belichick have demonstrated an uncanny ability to turn games around after the break, often outscoring opponents significantly in the latter half. This pattern of success is not merely coincidental, but a testament to the strategic prowess and preparation ingrained within the team's culture. Bettors can leverage halftime performance trends to inform their wagering decisions. Observing a team's historical performance can reveal patterns that indicate how well they adjust. For example, a team consistently improving its defense or offense after halftime might be a strong candidate for second-half bets. Additionally, monitoring in-game developments, such as injuries or changes in player performance, can provide clues about potential adjustments. Bettors who recognize these signals can anticipate how a game may unfold, allowing them to place bets that align with the expected shifts in momentum. Case studies of games where halftime adjustments altered outcomes further illustrate the potential impact of these changes. In one memorable instance, a team trailing by a significant margin at halftime made strategic defensive adjustments, focusing on tighter coverage and increased pressure on the opposing quarterback. This shift disrupted the opponent's offensive rhythm, leading to turnovers and a dramatic comeback victory. Bettors who identified the team's propensity for strong second-half performances and placed bets accordingly reaped substantial rewards. Another example involves a team struggling offensively in the first half due to an ineffective running game. At halftime, the coaching staff opted to emphasize short, quick passes to counteract the opponent's defensive strategy. This adjustment not only revived the team's offense, but also kept the defense on the field longer, wearing them down. As a result, the team gained momentum, ultimately securing a win. Such scenarios highlight the importance of understanding a team's ability to adapt and the potential betting opportunities that arise from these halftime dynamics. In the realm of NFL betting, recognizing the significance of halftime adjustments can provide a strategic edge. Bettors who pay attention to coaching tendencies, team dynamics, and historical performance trends can make more informed decisions. By analyzing how teams respond to the challenges of the first half and adapt their strategies, bettors can anticipate shifts in the game's momentum and capitalize on the opportunities these adjustments present. Understanding the nuances of halftime dynamics not only enhances the betting experience, but also increases the likelihood of successful outcomes. Correlated parlays present a unique and compelling opportunity in the landscape of NFL betting. These wagers involve linking multiple bets that are inherently related, meaning the outcome of one bet directly influences the likelihood of another. For instance, if a team is expected to perform exceptionally well and win by a large margin, it is reasonable to assume they might also cover the spread and score over a certain number of points. This interconnectedness can offer bettors an enticing avenue to increase potential payouts by combining these related outcomes into a single parlay bet. Identifying opportunities for correlated parlays requires a keen understanding of game dynamics and the factors that tie various outcomes together. Bettors need to assess scenarios where the success of one bet logically leads to the success of another. For example, a team with a strong offensive line and a high-scoring quarterback might be more likely to win a game, cover the spread, and push the total points over the predicted line. Recognizing these patterns involves analyzing team statistics, player performances, and historical trends, all of which contribute to determining the likelihood of correlated outcomes. While the appeal of correlated parlays lies in the potential for higher returns, they also carry significant risks. Sportsbooks are well aware of these correlations and often adjust odds or limit the availability of certain parlays to mitigate their risk. This makes it crucial for bettors to carefully evaluate the potential rewards against the increased complexity and reduced flexibility of these wagers. The inherent risk in correlated parlays stems from the fact that a single unexpected event can derail the entire bet, leading to a complete loss. Therefore, it is essential for bettors to weigh the probability of each component of the parlay and consider the impact of unforeseen circumstances. To maximize value while minimizing risk in correlated parlays, bettors should employ strategies that focus on thorough research and disciplined bankroll management. One effective approach is to limit the number of bets within a parlay to those with the strongest correlations. By concentrating on a few highly probable outcomes, bettors can enhance their chances of success. Additionally, staying informed about team news, such as injuries or weather conditions, can provide valuable insights that affect the probability of correlated outcomes. Real-life examples of successful correlated parlays illustrate the potential rewards of this betting strategy. In one instance, a bettor identified a game where a team known for its strong defensive performance was facing an opponent with a struggling offense. The bettor placed a correlated parlay on the team to win, cover the spread, and the total points to go under. The team dominated the game, limiting the opponent's scoring opportunities and leading to a successful parlay with a substantial payout. Conversely, there are also cautionary tales of unsuccessful correlated parlays. In one case, a bettor wagered on a high-scoring team to win, cover a large spread, and push the total points over. However, unexpected weather conditions led to a low-scoring game, and the team's performance fell short of expectations. This example underscores the importance of considering all variables and potential disruptions when placing correlated parlays. In the realm of NFL betting, understanding the intricacies of correlated parlays can provide a strategic advantage. Bettors who can accurately identify and capitalize on these opportunities stand to enhance their betting experience and increase their potential for profitable outcomes. However, the complexity and risks associated with correlated parlays demand a disciplined approach, emphasizing the need for careful analysis and prudent decision-making. Teaser bets in NFL betting provide a unique opportunity for bettors to manipulate point spreads and totals to their advantage. These bets involve adjusting the spread or total by a predetermined number of points, typically 6, 6.5, or 7 points, across multiple games. By doing so, bettors can increase their chances of winning each leg of the teaser, though this comes at the cost of reduced odds compared to traditional parlays. For instance, if a team is favored by 7 points, a 6-point teaser would adjust the spread to just 1 point, making it easier for the team to cover. This flexibility can be particularly appealing in games where the original spread is close to key numbers like 3 or 7, which are common margins of victory in the NFL. The benefits of using teasers in NFL betting are rooted in the ability to navigate around these key numbers, where games often land. By adjusting spreads or totals, bettors can align their wagers more closely with expected outcomes, thereby increasing the likelihood of success. Teasers are especially advantageous in games with lower spreads, as the adjusted lines can significantly improve the chances of covering. Additionally, teasers allow bettors to combine multiple games into a single wager, offering the potential for greater payouts than individual bets, albeit with more risk due to the need for all selections to win. Selecting the right games for teaser bets requires a strategic approach. Bettors should focus on games where the adjusted spread crosses key numbers, enhancing the value of the teaser. It's crucial to consider the strength of the teams involved, recent performance trends, and any external factors that might influence the game outcome, such as injuries or weather conditions. For example, teasing a game where a strong defensive team is expected to face a weaker offensive opponent can be a sound strategy, as the likelihood of the defensive team covering the adjusted spread is higher. Understanding teaser payouts and odds is essential for making informed betting decisions. Unlike traditional parlays, where the payout increases exponentially with each added leg, teaser payouts are fixed and generally lower due to the increased probability of winning each leg. The more points a bettor chooses to tease, the lower the payout becomes. It's important to be aware of these odds and the potential return on investment, as they can vary between sportsbooks. Bettors should compare the teaser odds offered by different platforms to ensure they are getting the best possible value for their wagers. Successful teaser betting scenarios often involve a combination of careful game selection and an understanding of the underlying mechanics. In one notable example, a bettor placed a 6-point teaser on 2 games, where the favorites were initially favored by 6.5 points. By teasing the lines down to half a point, the bettor effectively turned the spreads into pick'em scenarios, where the favorites only needed to win outright. Both teams won their respective games, resulting in a successful teaser bet with a modest payout. Conversely, there are instances where teasers can backfire if not properly assessed. A common pitfall is teasing games with high volatility or uncertain outcomes, where the adjusted spread may still not provide enough cushion. For instance, teasing a game involving unpredictable teams or those with significant injuries can lead to unexpected results, undermining the perceived safety of the teaser. Therefore, it is crucial for bettors to conduct thorough research and carefully evaluate each game's context before committing to a teaser bet. In NFL betting, teasers offer a strategic tool for those looking to enhance their odds of success while managing risk. By understanding the mechanics, benefits, and strategic considerations of teaser bets, bettors can effectively incorporate them into their overall betting strategy. However, as with any betting approach, discipline and careful analysis are key to maximizing the potential of teaser bets in the dynamic landscape of NFL wagering. Same-game parlays are a captivating feature in the landscape of NFL betting, allowing bettors to combine multiple outcomes from a single game into one cohesive wager. This type of betting has gained popularity due to its potential for high payouts and the excitement it offers by tying several elements of a game together. In a same-game parlay, bettors can select various types of bets, such as point spreads, player props, and totals, all within the same matchup. This approach provides a unique opportunity to leverage insights about a specific game to enhance potential returns. Constructing an effective same-game parlay requires an understanding of the interconnectedness of game events. For instance, if a bettor believes that a team's quarterback will have an outstanding performance, they might choose to include a bet on the quarterback's passing yards, the team's total points, and the margin of victory in their parlay. The key is to select outcomes that have a logical correlation, as this increases the likelihood of all parts of the parlay succeeding. The challenge lies in accurately predicting how these elements will unfold in tandem. Several factors should be considered when placing same-game parlays. First, understanding the game's context is crucial. This involves analyzing team form, player injuries, weather conditions, and historical performance. Each of these elements can influence how a game plays out, and consequently, the bets included in a parlay. Additionally, bettors should consider the odds offered for each component of the parlay. While combining bets increases potential payouts, it also raises the risk, as all selected outcomes must occur for the parlay to win. Strategies for maximizing value in same-game parlays often involve focusing on games where one team is heavily favored, as this can provide more predictable outcomes. Bettors might look for games where the favorite is expected to dominate, allowing them to include multiple bets on the favorite's performance. Another strategy is to capitalize on player matchups, such as a star receiver facing a weak secondary, which can lead to favorable conditions for prop bets. By carefully selecting correlated outcomes and leveraging favorable conditions, bettors can increase their chances of a successful parlay. Real-life examples of successful same-game parlays highlight the potential rewards of this betting format. Consider a scenario where a bettor correctly predicts a high-scoring game between two offensive powerhouses. They might include bets on the total points exceeding a certain threshold, the star quarterback throwing for multiple touchdowns, and the lead receiver surpassing a set yardage. If all these elements align, the bettor stands to gain a substantial payout. However, it's important to remember that the complexity of these bets requires careful analysis and a deep understanding of the game dynamics. Same-game parlays offer an exciting and potentially lucrative betting opportunity by allowing bettors to combine multiple outcomes from a single NFL game. The key to success lies in selecting correlated bets and thoroughly analyzing the game's context. While the risk is higher due to the need for all components to succeed, the potential rewards can be significant. As with any betting strategy, a disciplined approach and careful consideration of all influencing factors are essential for maximizing the chances of a successful same-game parlay. Losing streaks in NFL betting can be a challenging experience, testing both the emotional fortitude and strategic acumen of bettors. The psychological impact of consecutive losses can lead to frustration, self-doubt, and the temptation to chase losses with impulsive bets. This emotional turbulence often clouds judgment, making it difficult to maintain a clear analytical approach to betting. Recognizing these feelings is the first step in managing them effectively. Acknowledging the emotional response to losing streaks allows bettors to approach their strategies with a renewed focus on logic and reason, rather than emotion. One effective strategy for maintaining composure during tough betting periods is to implement a structured routine that includes breaks and reflection. Taking a step back from betting after a series of losses can provide the necessary mental space to reassess strategies without the pressure of immediate decision-making. This pause allows for a more objective evaluation of past bets, identifying patterns or errors that may have contributed to the losing streak. By incorporating regular breaks into their betting routine, bettors can prevent emotional burnout and maintain a healthier relationship with wagering. Reassessing strategies and decision-making processes is crucial when navigating a losing streak. This involves a thorough review of past bets, focusing on the rationale behind each decision and the outcomes. Bettors should consider whether their choices were based on sound analysis, or if emotional factors played a role. By identifying these influences, bettors can refine their strategies, ensuring that future bets are grounded in data and logic. This process of reevaluation fosters a more disciplined approach to betting, reducing the likelihood of repeating past mistakes. Setting realistic recovery goals is another vital component of managing losing streaks. Instead of attempting to recoup losses quickly through high-risk bets, bettors should focus on gradual recovery through smaller, more calculated wagers. Establishing a clear plan with attainable milestones can help maintain motivation and prevent the urge to make impulsive decisions. By setting achievable targets, bettors can regain confidence in their abilities, reinforcing the importance of patience and discipline in their betting journey. Real-life examples of bettors who have successfully navigated losing streaks highlight the importance of resilience and adaptability. Consider a bettor who, after experiencing a series of losses, decides to take a break and reassess their approach. They analyze their betting history, identifying areas where emotions may have influenced their decisions. By implementing a more disciplined strategy and setting realistic recovery goals, they gradually regain their footing, ultimately emerging from the losing streak with renewed confidence and a more refined approach to betting. In another instance, a bettor facing a prolonged losing streak chooses to seek advice from more experienced bettors or mentors. By engaging in discussions and learning from others' experiences, they gain new insights and perspectives that help them refine their strategies. This collaborative approach not only aids in overcoming the immediate challenges of a losing streak, but also enhances their overall understanding of NFL betting. Managing losing streaks requires a combination of emotional resilience, strategic reassessment, and realistic goal setting. By acknowledging the psychological impact of losses and implementing structured strategies, bettors can navigate these challenging periods with greater composure and confidence. Through reflection, collaboration, and a focus on gradual recovery, bettors can emerge from losing streaks with a deeper understanding of their betting approach and a renewed commitment to long-term success. Patience and discipline stand as pillars in the realm of NFL betting, guiding bettors through the often tumultuous journey of wagering. Patience, in its simplest form, is the ability to endure waiting without succumbing to anxiety or frustration. Discipline complements patience by enforcing a consistent adherence to a set of principles or strategies, even when the allure of immediate gratification tempts one to stray. Together, these qualities form the foundation of a successful betting approach, allowing bettors to navigate the highs and lows of the betting landscape with clarity and composure. In the context of betting, patience is the art of waiting for the right opportunity. It involves resisting the urge to place a bet on every game or succumbing to the excitement of a high-stakes wager without thorough analysis. A patient bettor understands that not every game presents a favorable betting opportunity, and that sometimes the best decision is to refrain from placing a bet altogether. This restraint helps in preserving the bankroll for situations where the odds are more favorable, thereby enhancing the potential for long-term success. Discipline, on the other hand, is the commitment to a well-defined betting strategy. This involves setting clear rules for how much to bet, when to bet, and which games to focus on. A disciplined bettor establishes a bankroll management plan, ensuring that each wager represents a small, manageable portion of their total funds. This approach not only mitigates the risk of significant losses, but also instills a sense of control over the betting process. By adhering to a structured plan, bettors can avoid impulsive decisions driven by emotions or fleeting trends. The benefits of patience and discipline extend beyond financial considerations. These qualities foster a mindset that prioritizes long-term success over short-term gains. Bettors who cultivate patience and discipline are less likely to be swayed by the emotional roller coaster of wins and losses. Instead, they maintain a focus on the bigger picture, understanding that the true measure of success lies in sustained profitability over time. This perspective allows them to weather losing streaks with resilience and approach winning streaks with humility, avoiding the pitfalls of overconfidence. Developing a disciplined betting mindset requires practice and self-awareness. Bettors can start by setting specific achievable goals that align with their overall objectives. These goals should be realistic and grounded in data, rather than being based on wishful thinking or emotional impulses. Regularly reviewing and adjusting these goals can help maintain focus and motivation, ensuring that bettors remain aligned with their strategic vision. Resisting emotional impulses is a critical component of maintaining discipline in betting. Emotions such as excitement, fear, or frustration can cloud judgment and lead to impulsive decisions that deviate from a well-thought-out strategy. Bettors can combat this by implementing techniques such as taking breaks during emotionally charged moments, practicing mindfulness, or engaging in activities that promote relaxation and mental clarity. By creating a buffer between their emotions and their betting decisions, bettors can reduce the likelihood of making rash choices that undermine their long-term goals. Real-life examples of successful bettors illustrate the power of patience and discipline. Consider a bettor who, despite experiencing a series of tempting opportunities, chooses to wait for the perfect moment to place a wager. Their patience pays off when they identify a game with favorable odds and conditions, leading to a significant win. Similarly, a disciplined bettor who adheres to a strict bankroll management plan avoids the financial pitfalls that often accompany impulsive betting, ultimately achieving consistent, sustainable success over time. By embracing patience and discipline, bettors can transform their approach to NFL betting, fostering an environment where informed decisions and strategic thinking prevail. These qualities not only enhance the potential for financial success, but also contribute to a more enjoyable and rewarding betting experience. Through dedication and practice, bettors can cultivate the virtues of patience and discipline, paving the way for a prosperous and fulfilling journey in the world of sports wagering. Responsible gambling practices serve as the cornerstone of a sustainable and enjoyable betting experience. At the heart of these practices is the principle of mindfulness, which encourages bettors to engage in wagering activities with awareness and intention. This begins with setting clear personal limits and budgets, which act as guardrails to prevent financial overreach and ensure that betting remains a form of entertainment, rather than a source of stress. Establishing personal limits involves determining the maximum amount of money and time one is willing to spend on betting activities. This process requires honest self-assessment and a realistic evaluation of one's financial situation. By setting a budget, bettors can allocate funds specifically for wagering, ensuring that essential expenses and savings are not compromised. This discipline helps maintain a balance between betting and other financial responsibilities, fostering a sense of control and security. Recognizing the signs of problem gambling is another crucial aspect of responsible betting. Problem gambling can manifest in various ways, such as an inability to stop betting, chasing losses, or betting with money meant for other purposes. Emotional indicators, like feelings of guilt or anxiety related to betting, also serve as warning signs. By being attuned to these signals, bettors can take proactive steps to address potential issues before they escalate. Seeking help is a vital step for those who suspect they may be developing a gambling problem. Resources such as support groups, counseling services, and helplines are available to provide guidance and assistance. Engaging with these resources can offer valuable insights and coping strategies, empowering individuals to regain control over their betting habits. Acknowledging the need for help is a courageous step that underscores a commitment to maintaining a healthy relationship with gambling. Maintaining this healthy relationship involves integrating betting into one's lifestyle in a way that complements, rather than disrupts, daily life. This can be achieved by viewing betting as a leisure activity, rather than a primary source of income. By doing so, bettors can enjoy the excitement of wagering without the pressure of financial dependence. It also involves setting aside specific times for betting, ensuring that it does not interfere with work, family, or social obligations. Real-life examples highlight the positive impact of responsible gambling practices. Consider the story of a bettor who, after experiencing a series of losses, decided to reevaluate their approach. By setting a strict budget and adhering to it, they transformed their betting experience from a source of stress into a manageable hobby. This shift not only improved their financial situation, but also enhanced their overall enjoyment of the activity. Another example involves a bettor who recognized early signs of problem gambling, such as betting with borrowed money and experiencing anxiety about losses. By reaching out to a support group and implementing new strategies, they were able to regain control and develop healthier betting habits. This proactive approach not only preserved their financial stability, but also contributed to their personal well-being. Incorporating these responsible gambling practices fosters a sustainable betting experience that prioritizes enjoyment and well-being. By setting limits, recognizing problem signs, and seeking help when needed, bettors can navigate the world of wagering with confidence and peace of mind. These practices not only protect financial resources, but also enhance the overall quality of life, allowing individuals to engage in betting as a fun and rewarding pastime. Establishing a consistent betting routine can significantly enhance decision-making and overall success in NFL betting. A structured approach allows bettors to navigate the complexities of the betting landscape with clarity and precision. It begins with setting aside dedicated time for research and analysis, ensuring that each wager is informed by comprehensive data and insights. This process involves studying team performance, player statistics, and historical trends, which can provide a solid foundation for predicting game outcomes. A personalized betting routine should incorporate several key components to be effective. First, it is essential to allocate specific time slots for research and analysis. This might involve reviewing team reports, injury updates, and weather forecasts, all of which can impact game dynamics. By dedicating time to gather and assess this information, bettors can make more informed decisions. Additionally, setting clear objectives for each betting session helps maintain focus and direction, preventing impulsive or emotionally driven wagers. The role of research and analysis cannot be overstated in effective betting practices. Thorough research involves diving into team statistics, understanding matchups, and evaluating coaching strategies. Analysis may include assessing betting lines and odds, identifying value opportunities, and considering public sentiment. This disciplined approach allows bettors to identify patterns and trends that might not be immediately apparent, thereby gaining a strategic edge. Incorporating reflection and adjustment into a betting routine is equally important. After placing bets, taking time to reflect on the outcomes provides valuable insights into what strategies worked and what could be improved. This reflection phase should include reviewing both successful and unsuccessful bets, analyzing the decision-making process, and identifying any biases or errors. By doing so, bettors can adjust their strategies and refine their approach for future wagers. Real-life examples demonstrate the benefits of a consistent betting routine. Consider a bettor who, after experiencing inconsistent results, decided to implement a structured approach. By dedicating time each week to analyze games and review past bets, they developed a deeper understanding of the factors influencing outcomes. This routine not only improved their betting accuracy, but also increased their confidence in making decisions. Another example involves a bettor who initially relied on gut feelings and sporadic analysis. After recognizing the limitations of this approach, they established a routine that included daily research and weekly strategy reviews. By consistently applying this routine, they were able to identify patterns and capitalize on opportunities that previously went unnoticed. This disciplined approach led to more consistent results and a more enjoyable betting experience. Building a betting routine requires commitment and discipline, but the rewards are significant. By structuring their approach, bettors can enhance their decision-making, minimize impulsive wagers, and increase their overall success. A well-defined routine provides a roadmap for navigating the dynamic world of NFL betting, allowing bettors to engage with the process thoughtfully and strategically. Through dedication to research, analysis, and reflection, bettors can transform their betting activities into a more informed and rewarding pursuit. Evaluating past betting results offers a wealth of information that can significantly enhance future betting decisions. By analyzing previous bets, bettors can gain insights into their performance, identifying both strengths and areas for improvement. This process involves a detailed examination of various metrics, such as win-loss records, return on investment, and unit performance. Each of these metrics provides a different perspective on the effectiveness of betting strategies, helping bettors to understand where they excel and where adjustments may be necessary. Win-loss records serve as a fundamental metric, offering a straightforward view of how often bets are successful. However, this alone may not provide the full picture. Return on investment, or ROI, is another critical measure that evaluates the profitability of bets relative to the amount wagered. A positive ROI indicates that the bettor is making more money than they are losing, while a negative ROI suggests the opposite. Tracking unit performance, which involves betting a consistent amount per wager, can also illuminate patterns in betting behavior and outcomes. Identifying patterns and trends in past results is a crucial step in refining betting strategies. Bettors should look for recurring themes, such as consistently successful bet types or common mistakes in losing wagers. By recognizing these patterns, bettors can make informed decisions about which strategies to continue and which to modify or abandon. For instance, if a bettor notices that their success rate is higher for certain types of bets, such as moneyline wagers, they might choose to focus more on these in the future. Adapting strategies based on past results is essential for continuous improvement. This might involve adjusting the types of bets placed, the amount wagered, or the research methods employed. Bettors should be open to experimenting with new approaches, while remaining grounded in the data from their past experiences. Flexibility and a willingness to learn from mistakes are key to evolving as a bettor. Consider the story of a bettor who began tracking their bets meticulously after realizing they were losing more often than winning. By maintaining a detailed betting journal, they were able to pinpoint that their losses frequently occurred when they bet on games with high emotional stakes, such as those involving their favorite team. Armed with this insight, they adjusted their strategy to avoid emotionally driven bets, leading to a more stable betting record and improved financial outcomes. Another example involves a bettor who initially focused heavily on point spread bets. After analyzing their past results, they discovered a higher success rate with totals betting. This revelation prompted them to shift their focus, dedicating more time to researching and placing bets on game totals. As a result, their overall betting performance improved, demonstrating the power of adapting strategies based on past analysis. Learning from past results is not just about identifying what went wrong. It's also about recognizing successful strategies and understanding why they worked. This positive reinforcement can guide future betting decisions, reinforcing effective practices and encouraging a disciplined approach. By continuously evaluating and adapting their strategies, bettors can navigate the ever-changing landscape of NFL betting with greater confidence and competence. Through the practice of analyzing past results, bettors cultivate a deeper understanding of their betting behavior and outcomes. This reflective process is a cornerstone of successful betting, enabling bettors to learn from both their triumphs and setbacks. By leveraging insights from previous bets, they can refine their approach, making more informed and strategic decisions in the future. In NFL betting, a long-term perspective is crucial for achieving sustainable success. This approach requires bettors to focus not only on individual games or seasons, but also on the broader patterns and trends that emerge over time. By cultivating patience and strategic thinking, bettors can navigate the inevitable ups and downs with greater resilience. This mindset helps to mitigate the impact of short-term fluctuations and fosters a more disciplined approach to wagering. Setting realistic goals and expectations is a fundamental aspect of maintaining a long-term perspective. Bettors should aim to establish clear, achievable objectives that align with their resources and risk tolerance. These goals might include specific financial targets, such as a desired return on investment, or personal milestones, like improving betting accuracy over a season. By setting these benchmarks, bettors can measure their progress and adjust their strategies accordingly. Realistic expectations also involve understanding that losses are an inherent part of betting and should be anticipated as part of the overall journey. Managing short-term fluctuations in results is another key component of a long-term perspective. Bettors must recognize that variance is a natural part of sports betting, and even the most well-researched wagers can result in unexpected outcomes. Developing strategies to cope with these fluctuations can help maintain emotional stability and prevent impulsive decisions. One effective approach is to focus on the process rather than the outcome of individual bets. By emphasizing the quality of research and analysis, bettors can remain confident in their strategies, even when short-term results are unfavorable. Consistent evaluation and adaptation are essential for long-term success in NFL betting. This involves regularly reviewing betting performance, identifying areas for improvement, and making necessary adjustments to strategies. Bettors should be open to learning from both successes and failures, using these insights to refine their approach. This continuous process of evaluation and adaptation helps to ensure that betting strategies remain relevant and effective in a constantly changing landscape. Consider the story of a bettor who embraced a long-term approach after experiencing a series of losses. Initially, they focused heavily on immediate results, leading to frustration and impulsive betting decisions. However, by shifting their perspective to a long-term view, they began to analyze their performance over entire seasons rather than individual games. This change in mindset allowed them to identify patterns and trends that were previously overlooked, leading to more informed betting choices and improved financial outcomes. Another example involves a bettor who set clear, realistic goals at the start of each NFL season. By focusing on achieving a modest but consistent profit, they avoided the pressure of chasing large immediate gains. This approach allowed them to stay disciplined and patient, even during periods of poor performance. Over time, their commitment to a long-term perspective paid off, resulting in steady growth and a deeper understanding of the betting landscape. The importance of a long-term perspective in NFL betting cannot be overstated. It encourages bettors to remain focused on their overarching goals, rather than becoming distracted by short-term setbacks. By prioritizing patience, strategic thinking, and continuous improvement, bettors can navigate the complexities of NFL betting with greater confidence and competence. This approach not only enhances the potential for financial success, but also fosters a more enjoyable and sustainable betting experience.